Bears, generally speaking, welcome back to what I hope to be a very chill and fantastic afternoon. One full of light and merriment. Failing that, one of debauchery and sin. Betrayal. So much betrayal. Hey kids, do you like betrayal? Maybe I like betrayal. So, welcome back to the show. It's Wednesday, but alcohol is not in my system. A shit ton of sugar today. God knows I need it. I went to bed beyond hungry last night. Woke up and I've been eating protein all day. Woo! And some ice cream and whatever. This is like an Aero coffee. I'm absolutely stuffed, but happy. Tonight we're just going to be watching the last of the list of things I had all lined up. Not much of it compared to what it was before. But also, we have ourselves some shilling to do first. You know what I'm going to ask. Please like the stream, share the stream, and if you want to help the channel grow, subscribe. Though those other things will also help the channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch for gaming stuff. To follow the Discord, keep in touch with your boy and other people related to your boy. And don't forget that this Sunday, there's no Bearded Ramblings. But there is going to be me on the Discord watching shit. It'll be in the watch area thing on the side there. What the hell's that called? Is it just called... It's the viewing room. Cool. So yeah. We can all chillax and have a chillax time in the chillax way and a chillax mind. I've actually got an idea for one thing to watch. It's a movie. An 80s movie. Ooh. But if you guys want suggestions, throw them out one in the Discord come today. Besides that, we got a stream goal. Anything given, greatly appreciated, as it keeps the ads free off this channel. Ad-free channel makes an ad-free world. Oh. I was watching a stream earlier today, actually not too long ago, and someone said something that makes so fucking little sense to me. I can't really, but I don't want to get into it too much, or to say that it kind of put me in a mood. So I want to unput myself in a mood. Honestly, I don't like that. When I was a kid, my emotions had nowhere near this level of control over me. I need to return with a V to tradition. Oh yeah. Don't be needing this today. How you doing, chat? Any news on your end? Having a good one? Hope so. Hope things are a-okay. We got some lols, and we got some cows for tonight. We also have some random other shit. I remember half the shit we got. Don't forget, this time next week, Mango Jones will be joining us. Hell yeah. And then fingers crossed, next week, on the 9th, I got another date with that lady from earlier. There won't be a show that day. It'll be another picnic. Hell yeah. Return to innocence. Hell yeah. I think it was Jake. I saw him earlier on Twitter, which I really have to stop looking at. And it is, he says, it so sucks that we took this world that was made for us, and we just spend all day, every day being mean to each other. I was chatting with somebody in DMs a few days ago, and she was just going on a tirade about someone, really because I just mentioned their name in passing. And then, you know, I look at a lot of the people we have on the show, or are related to us in some way, and they'll just go on an endless drama. Sometimes it even gets legal. Sometimes it even gets, like, dangerous. Mostly it's just, he said, she said, look at this. Look at this. I don't know, like, I don't know about the rest of yous, but I remember when this shit was fun. I remember when I just wanted to have a lull. Sometimes at someone's expense. I want a scalp massage. That's what I want right now. Scalp massage. Hell yeah. More than once, in starting this stream, this streaming gig, I made connections with people ranging from mediocre, pretty okay, someone you'd wave at on your way to work, to a brand new friend who, you know, I'd take a bullet for, to even something a bit more sexual or romantic. It's all good. But it's not all good, because there's another side of it. And it's just bullshit after bullshit. And I don't want to do that anymore. And I gotta find now what I do want to do. I want to travel more again. I don't like living in this little locked up place. That's a shit way to start May, which I'm going to be majority of which housebound. I need to shake shit up. Creative wise and lifestyle wise. The diet and exercise is fantastic. But my God. And yet I'm doing pretty great compared to other people. Christ. Like someone's, forget being a broken record, it's just the same day, a Groundhog Day repeated endlessly over and over and over and over and over again. And they wonder why they're not happy. Like watching me build stuff in The Sims. I build the most suburban, middle class, mediocre shit in The Sims. Like some people will build like towers made of fire and sex dungeons. I'll just build like a ranch style $40,000 sort of shit house. You know, slat walls and fucking one, not even like a living room, kitchen separate. They're just one big area. And I'll fill them with the most boring people on the planet. Here's a college student who works in a burger place. It's just suburban as shit. It brings me comfort and peace. By the way, they could have done anything with this house and they turned it into an old folks home. This is just an elderly person's house. That living room is where they go and not understand how gay people work. I mean, it's fine. Feels like a chore now. How much do you think that home's cost? That's in the millions. Location, right? Let's see down below. Time-lapse Weaver Homes, Weaver Company. One photo every 30 seconds, 45, 7,000. Weaver Homes. One in Northern Ireland, apparently. That's a nursing home. Weaver Custom Houses. Alright. So it's Ohio. Yeah, that adds up. Oh, fancy. Very Americana. Main Street, USA. Yeah, if that's built out in the the woods, 41 minutes. Nah, I don't want to see the actual person in it working. I want to see what we saw before, which is just there like something like that. Yeah, if it's built out in the woods or if it's built out in like a gated community, I imagine the price tag is skyrocketed. Yeah. What I don't get is shit like this, not this, but shit like the drama stuff. It seems to bring in some of the most intelligent, insightful people I've ever met. And they get hooked on it so much. I see the appeal, especially in unique places like, say, Christian or Cobes. Hell, I've never met a single person who doesn't understand why Cobes is fascinating. Hell, we're gonna watch some Cobes after this. Assuming there's anything new of Cobes. But I don't know. It's one of those great moments where like it shows no matter how smart you are, you can still act really dumb. I got big ideas, but no real, dare I say, energy to pull them off. Like, the spam stuff is in limbo until this ticket's paid off for the hotel. Good news there, I put my first bit of money aside for it. It's cheap too, it's only 400, so it won't take too long. After that, I don't need to worry so much until close to time, and then I'll start saving the actual spending money. I also have to pay off the hostel I'll be spending the night before. I'd really love to be able to take you guys out on like well, we have another hike planned this year for Shemore. Looking forward to doing that with you guys. This time I'll start right at the base rather than trying to walk the whole way there, because the signal strength just isn't there. But there's so many other things like I want to do. And it just requires some effort on my end. And I just don't do the effort. So I've only got myself to blame. And I've got a bit of an ennui tonight. Let's spice it up by saying I'm really looking forward to getting into those games, though I have no idea what that whole Assassin's Creed thing was going on. And I am kind of livid about it. I'll try to fix it my end, but if it's not there next week, well, so what? As for the other games, well, Far Cry 3, pretty promising. And of course, we're going back to Final Fantasy. I've been really looking forward to getting back into 10 because I've been grinding at that same spot for a while now. And it's been diminishing returns more and more. Houses give off this sense of permanency, but in reality, like, every building you've ever been in has been built by hand to greater or lesser extent. And it's just, they can be taken away so quickly. I mean, the building I'm in now is huge, part of a massive complex, but one day these buildings will be torn down. How, where, I don't know. Might even happen in my lifetime. They're not well maintained. Nice amount of lighting in this place. I'd go for a guest tonight. Bouncing off people, talking the shit. Been starting to watch that Assassin's Creed, the Dragon Age game, Absolution, the show on Netflix. I should really think about the words I use. I can't have an excuse of being drunk this week. Next week, yeah. Maybe it's the food coma. My God. So much chicken. Chicken and sugar. Probably completely negated me eating nothing yesterday. Nah, that's not how that works. One thing I also have noticed about other creators that were streaming long before me, a lot of them, as time goes on, are just stopping or changing their routines or changing their formats. There's tons of people I recommend that I don't watch anymore. A lot of people put it down to, oh, well, you just don't have the time to watch every single person you want to watch, and you keep adding to them. And it's true. But eventually people just retire. People start stepping away from the stream. Sometimes there's just never another video of it. It's weird to say, but one day Buff Corell will not be dancing. He will not be a flamboyant lad. One day I'll stop streaming. I like it too much not to, but to stop anytime soon, but you know. Actually, that's really cool. At least I hope it's cool. I hope it's not because I get dragged off to jail or because I'm dead. But you know, this one day I'll be like, yeah, so I just can't do this anymore. I got too much going on in my life. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I mean, no relationship, no trip can change it. And hell, the stream goals occasionally, when they have a purpose, can only benefit, so. Plus, it is so strange when people's eyes widen and go like, whoa, you stream? Like, did I not get that sometimes I get less than 10 people? Hell, I've been noticing a downside as of late. Down amount. Oh, hey there, Troy. How you doing? Up for some suggestions tonight. Serious suggestions, fun suggestions, it's all good. We're almost done with this. Never did make my Lego, did I? Always have these grand plans. Next year I can't even really start with that either. Because I got Claire's wedding to go to. That's gonna be huge. And I still might end up going to Seattle. Ooh, pizza. Nice. After this, we'll just go through the list on the top here of what we still have. That's cool. I like the varnish. Oh great, now you made it sexual with the feet. How could you with feet? I sometimes see people who like make houses for a living, and then you compare it to someone who does it one-off as like their passion project. And you just gotta wonder how, like, it must be like that one person who spends all their lives building a house, writing a book, and then you get those people who have to write like instruction manuals. Makes you wonder who actually writes instruction manuals. They must have someone dedicated to sit down and actually write down how to do things. It's pretty. Again, I'd make that in The Sims. Not much in the way of privacy, but it looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. Eaves? Me some eaves? Hell no. Away with these fucking eaves. It'd be more impressive if it was actually made out of rough slats of wood, but you know, you take what you can get. Where's my log cabin? Is this a regular cabin? This ain't no log. There. Oh, that's a hammock. It's pretty. But we must now move on to some non-fun. Well, actually, I don't know if it's non-fun or not. Boop. Boop. Oh, this should be a good one.
When I was like 14 years old, I was watching a movie with my mom and dad in the living room, and that terrible moment happened that we've all experienced where you're suddenly watching a love scene with your mom and dad.
Yep.
And the air sucked out of the room, and we're all super awkward. But then I thought, wait, I don't want my parents to think I'm gay. So I tried to say, she's pretty, but my voice didn't work. And so I just sort of like, in a creepy whisper, was like, she's pretty. When I was like,
Serial killer in the making is a big old misunderstanding. He's actually just gay. He's actually just gay. And a talking drink. Well, we gotta do this. I had so much food-based stuff on Sunday, we just didn't get through it all.
I'm making the official sandwiches of UK towns and cities. Today's sandwich is Leicester. Good luck trying to walk to the pub in Leicester. You'll have to matrix bend around a flurry of football hooligans just to end up in a boozer full of them anyway.
Yeah.
Sleeping in England can be pleasant. Sounds of owls, wood pigeons cooing you to sleep.
Owls.
There's none of that in Leicester. All you'll hear is drunks on the bins shouting through the night.
We got some owls, and on the weekends we got ourselves some drunks on the bins.
I'm making the
That's a shite sandwich, but whatever. I want that cheese.
If you've ever waited a
And I want some
longer
of this
time for your
poutine.
food at a restaurant, what happened to me last night might be one of the reasons. We got a new ordering system and the servers were testing it out all day. They'd punch in an order, send it back to us in the kitchen, and they'd say, "Oh, we don't need that. Don't cook it. We're just making sure everything works properly with the menu." Okay, sweet. No problem. Thanks for letting me know. Fast forward later in the evening, another server comes in and starts their shift. They're getting set up with the new system. They send an order back to us in the kitchen, and they come over to look at the chit. I asked them straight up, "Do you
Chit.
actually need this order?" And they said, "I'm just checking to make sure."
Oh, it's got
So I take a piece of
Canadian
paper, fold it
subtitles
up,
under
throw it in the
there.
garbage. 15 minutes later, they're
Canadian.
asking about their food. I say, "What order? You mean the one that you rang in just to check if it was working?" And they say, "Yeah, I actually needed that order." Oh,
Poutine.
great. That's awesome, man. How about the next time I ask you if you need me to cook food for your order you rang in, you say yes. It wasn't really a big deal. It took like 15 minutes to get their food out, and sometimes misunderstandings happen. If you've ever waited a long...
So someone ordered poutine and fries and a sandwich. I mean, I get it. It's potatoes, so I have to agree immediately, right? White people make the best desserts. Yeah, I'm down for this.
Hey, white people, when was y'all gonna tell us about monkey bread, huh?
Nah, maybe it's just because I'm from the South, but I thought everybody knew about monkey bread. Or maybe it's just because I seen that movie that had monkey bread in it and they was talking about it. But either way, I could see why white people wouldn't tell us about monkey bread. I mean, could you imagine in 2024 your white friend coming up to you, "Hey man, I got a new dessert you should try. It's really delicious. What you got for me, Mark?" It's
Mark.
it's monkey bread.
Monkey bread.
Canceled.
The thing is, I don't even know why it's called monkey bread. Is it because it looks like their poop? I mean, they're not calling it low SAT score bread, are they? It just looks like a collection. It looks like a liver, like a collection of. It looks like dog food, honestly. Now this is weird. This is from Family Guy, but it's the language is the language is Spanish and the country is Spanish. The country is Spain, so it is by default Spanish. But this scene is meant to be Brian trying to talk to a Spanish guy. Well, you have to see this show to get the details.
Hello, my name is De Brian. Veamos. We have to go with you.
Eso ha estado muy bien, pero cuando dice my name is De Brian, no diga de. Solo my name is Brian.
Oh, habla mi idioma.
No, yo hablo inglés, pero es que estoy doblado.
Me toma el pelo.
What?
What? They've just Spain at one point. I heard the German dub for The Simpsons. And I was like, my friend was freaking out, going like, why do they sound like this? And I'm like, well, obviously they're going to sound like this. And I realized I knew what dubs were because of anime. But they didn't like anime. So do you think he's into me? Oh my god. Okay. Do you want me dead? Do you FW me? Do you miss me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do you think I'm cute? Do you think I'm awesome sauce? Do you care about me? Think about me? Do you dream about me? Do you speak about me? Do you feel happy with me? Do you feel comfortable around me? Do you talk to people? Talk about me to people? Do you think I could be a good mother to your cat children? Do you look at me and think she's the one? Do you think I'm funny? Do you ever think you would take care of me if I was a fish? Do you think you'd be able to carry me? Do you think I'm freaky? Do you out-freak me? Do you stroke it thinking about me? Do you jork it? Do you looks max? Do you like my kisses? Do you like my smiles? Do you like my many adopted children? Do you think I would be proud of me in a couple of years? Do you think if we had met sooner? Do you think it would be like, Jesus, do you squirt? Do you cream? Do you bite? Do you... This could almost be a song. Do you like clingy girls? Please, do you think he's into me? Are he in love with you? Okay, it's like... This has to be a bit, right? Also, he's... But then it's like cheese. What is it? Twitch streamer Blurbs TV built a mod that lets you control NPC voices in Skyrim. Oh, hell yeah, this is a good one. Now, if I trusted the few people, I do actually trust the few people who watch me. But if I did this and the word got out, people would come in and they would, yeah.
I have never made a game mod before. Chat can live voice NPCs. It's gonna go horribly.
Hey for managing.
Dragons Alduin was born in 1998 when the Undertaker threw mankind off
God
Hell in a
damn.
Cell.
Oh, hey,
Oh, through the Spanish announcers table.
Ratface.
Hello there. I'm brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Download.
Let's get ready for some immersion here.
What's up, dude? Nice.
I heard about this guy in Whiterun who apparently has a nice...
I don't know about
No.
that. Like, did R&D get banned? That's right. If you die in the game, you die in real life. Get banned, idiot.
So, what is it? You're in their chat, you signed up for this, and then when you're playing the game, you wait until the character is interacted with, and then you get to type whatever you want and they'll say it.
I hear there's an adventurer abducting children from their homes and bringing them with him on his twisted journey.
No idea what you're talking about, child.
Hey,
Kicking children, don't do it in real life. In video games, though. Now, is this a scam or is this legit? Let's find out. Twitch streamer allegedly caught his girlfriend cheating on him during a date while broadcasting. Alright, why would you stream a date? For starters, why would you stream a date? Number two, why would you look at her phone while you're streaming on a date? There's like levels of not making sense. There's a bit of a Zendaya look about her.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Bro, what is your problem? What is your problem? What is your problem, bro?
He's waiting for people to Photoshop hot dogs going into his mouth. That's what he's waiting for.
Bro, what is your problem?
I don't get it. Why stream every aspect of your life like that? It's the same with Cobes. It's the same with Jessica. It's the same with Rev and Shani. It's the same with fucking Christian. Like, there's things in your life that you share and things in your life that you don't share. Like I said, next week I got a date. Yay! And I'll be losing weight. Yay! And the weather should be good. Woohoo! You think I'm going to be filming any of that? No. Hell, some people, a lot of people I know, wouldn't even mention that they had a date. A lot of people wouldn't mention, you know, what town they're in even. But it seems more and more these people are just now, they wake up in the morning and they go like, oh, I gotta do my taxes. Better take this live stream with me. But it pays. Like, so long as they get money, you have to admit, like, it works for them. It's shitty, but it works. I don't get it. I'm glad I'm too old for this shit now. I'm just an old curmudgeon who doesn't understand how the youth is. I know what this is, though. Damn. Mommy. Oh, yeah. I know we've seen her before, but one more time for the sweet souvenir. Those yoga pants are doing quite the service. See, this is a female custodes right here. This is what they'll look like. Better not go live stream on your date, but I could make up to €5. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, or the massive increase in the amount of people who are streaming while driving. It used to be so rare that people would actively do that. And now it's like, I don't know, it's like every fifth one, and they're all young, and they all have so many subscribers and shit. And they all think, hey man, I'm just gonna get in my car, and oh, I've just jackknifed. Now I'm in a hospital in a brace. Hell, real life Miles Morales got robbed twice. He's not doing any IRL shit anymore. There was that guy we watched a few weeks ago who was just talking on his phone to his chat, and someone like crosses the street and starts screaming at him, "You can't film here!" Now, the correct response is yes, I can, but it doesn't change the fact that, like, it's so weird now. IRL streaming, you know, it was hardly the best thing in the world, IP2. We'll probably check in on a little bit on IP2 tonight. Definitely proved that, but fuck's sake. I don't get it. I do not get the crazies. Other than money and clout. Money, clout, and youth. That seems to be the big thing. Because a lot of these are really old. Not very old at all, sorry. Oh, my brain is soup today. Oh, I wonder why. Is it because you didn't drink? Yeah, that's probably it. There's probably no other reason. No, what's this?
What's he gonna cook this time? So Amazon Video is going to start airing commercials even if you have Prime. And the only way to make these commercials go away is to pay $3.
Oh, this dude. So this dude's smart. He knows how the algorithm works. He has, like, he opens up and we're like, wow, would you look at this dish? And then he talks about something really serious.
$3 extra each month. We're all hungry for our favorite shows, and streaming companies all know that they could just keep price gouging us. Because, like, what else are we gonna do? Torrent our favorite shows?
Could you believe that? Could you believe torrenting anything?
How dare someone who makes minimum wage steal entertainment from a behemoth corporate streaming company? It's truly awful how insanely easy it is to do something like this. Like, first of all, in order to not get in trouble, these thieves need to use a reliable VPN, which is a tool used to hide the user's IP address to avoid being detected. Next, these reprehensible scoundrels need to download a torrent client, such as Qubit Torrent or Deluge. And in order to get these illegal files, they need to find a website to download them, and they probably do this by Googling something like Best Torrent Websites 2023. And if you do any of this, you are terrible. Shame on you.
That is so weird because so far as I'm aware in my vague knowledge of ignorance, all you apparently do is you just type in pirate proxy. You find a link to whatever you need. And then you also download BitTorrent, so I'm told. And it apparently isn't even a it isn't even a thingamajig now. Its own separate app. It goes right into your browser, which is weird. Because I recall back in the day, other people, not me, who went and torrented from these mega corporations, not me, but I remember hearing about how it was this thing like Steam, like its own separate client. I also hear that VPNs aren't nearly as much required for that. And it's actually more of an attempt at people trying to piggyback off paranoia in some people. But you never know. VPNs have other uses, I suppose, like getting around very necessary region blocks. Very necessary. One more sandwich.
I'm making the official sandwiches of
That
UK
looks nice.
cities, and today's sandwich is Basildon. Basildon, more like Basil Don't, the roughest part of Essex, where gangs are so friendly that they'll even look after your phone and jewellery for you. Some people have reportedly said they would rather drink a pint of bin juice before moving to Basildon. So what makes Basildon's official sandwich? Simply put, it's lots of basil done. Get it? So we're making a chicken pesto with a bunch of basil and we're done. It's tasty, satisfying, and a lucky day for Basildon, this is a good sandwich. If you want to enjoy one of these sandwiches in Essex, like a true Basildonian, it's best done while driving a Land Rover recklessly around an estate. It's become the local pastime. And trying to do this while avoiding the 10-foot potholes all over Basildon is hard work. So make sure you whip up this sandwich before, because it might just be your last. I'm making the...
Weird thing is, Essex is very wealthy, but then it's kind of like the Jersey Shore of the UK. Oh, seeing that we got Mike Tyson going toe-to-toe pretty soon. So I made a live stop-motion version of it. This is very Robot Chicken. I like all the Street Fighter characters down there. I'm getting flashbacks. Terrible flashbacks. I really hope the fight goes like that with the Paul, is it Jake or... Is it Jake Paul who's going in the ring? Is it Jake Paul? Yeah, it's Jake Paul. And if I'm right, it's in June. I'd like to watch it. That's just because a part of me wants to see him get his ass kicked. Jake Paul, not Mike Tyson. Alright, let's get in with our lolcows. After me saying that watching non-stop lolcows is getting tiresome. Aw, look at baby Cobra. He's so small. Tonight at NBC, Cobra's Nest. Oh, I want to see that too, but here's the thing. Tyson is like old. And Jake Paul, as obnoxious as he is, he's not the worst fighter we've ever seen. I grudgingly have to acknowledge that the guy can't, like, hold his own. At his prime, I don't think it would even be close to a one-to-one fight, but... Oh, now... I don't want to see Tyson lose to that dickweed. Look, I can never get over how cool Clint is in comparison to Cobes. I always thought her name was Jessica Boyle. And Jessica Osborne. I just noticed, look how skinny Cobes' arms are. We got Sun this month, so we can pick his brain over any Cobes related info. I have a feeling Cobes has cut like 90% of ties with him. I'm curious what the next thing that the next person that Sun will interview, because of course he did it with Cyrax, fucking Marshall Mathers, and that was disturbing. But Cobes was fun and strange and interesting. Also, what the hell is this? Is it like the Unity Flame? Like what? God damn, Casper looks so depressing. That is not what he looked like as a teenager, was it? Who's this? Killigar. Black Magic Man of Casper, Wyoming. The Christian... Oh yeah, we definitely got to subscribe to this guy. Christian, there was like footage of Christian. You gotta love this some random chair there. That plays on a loop in Christian's head every morning. There's like footage of Christian, like, is it gravel? Christian steals Barbara's driveway gravel to sell on Etsy.
Modern Chris really has hit like a new low. In this video he just uploaded, they go back to Barb's house to go steal bits of rocks and crap out of his driveway to sell them on his Etsy store. Yeah, they're being sold as like magic fucking crystals, of course. We'll get to it.
Enjoy the view.
Yeah, it has to be in the old house, right? So he goes back to the old house. Well, they go back to their old house, and just who would buy this?
Okay, so if you weren't sure what this is all about, Chris has an Etsy page. The biggest item is the Sonichu medallion for $110, an amiibo. But this is the item: Temple of Sonichu Sacred Rocks, $15. This
$15.
Fucking traveling to restock it.
Okay.
You think Caden's so strapped for cash that he sent Chris on this little field trip? I don't know.
Cabbage Patch is reminded. I actually kind of like the leggings, the Mystic leggings.
It's just sad more than anything. I wonder if he just wanted to come back to the place anyway.
We will be sorting out all the trash and the dirt from the stones before bagging them. Like we did the last time.
Is she inside the house right now? Shouldn't there be at least a restraining order put against Chris? You know, for doing the no-no stuff?
So it is, like the salt of the earth, the rocks and stones, and gravel, from this place that is holy and sacred, because I am holy and sacred.
Oh, because you are holy and sacred. Okay, counter-argument. You're a crazy person who did a no-no thing.
These stones personally with my energy and my flow. And let all be known.
You don't deserve any energy.
And regardless of what setbacks y'all may have online response, some of you, very few of you, I know more of you have blessings that have been enriched within you from the stone.
No. Although I will say most people look from the outside into Chris Chan. They just say like, oh, what a tragic figure Chris Chan is. Like when Keffels interviewed them. And it's just, you don't know the first thing about Chris Chan, do you? Did you ever consider the fact that maybe the things said about Chris Chan are 100% true? And maybe even underplayed? You ever even hear about what Chris Chan did to their mother? Because they went to jail for it. Or how that they were done for physically attacking people, all the weird letters and shit. The years and years and years of just bad. Don't be a Chris Chan. Don't be a Cyrax either, but we should check in on Cyrax. I say Krayax. Good old Krayax. Jesus. Cyrax reels all his fans are fake. Really? Because I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, we have to continue watching this later.
Y'all really shouldn't be scared to get doxxed. You really...
Yeah, okay. I don't want to watch somebody react to...
Don't like my content? The answer is simple. Don't fucking watch it.
Indeed. I don't like your content, Chance. However, as someone who's decided to critique your quote-unquote work,
I'm sorry. I don't like anyone who does voice work via AI like this. It's not good. Maybe don't... Cyrax craps himself on stream.
Because see, a lot of people always tell me, oh, you know, you're fake, we own you, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. My fate ain't controlled by what's on the internet. My fate ain't controlled by what some stupid video somebody puts out about me. My fate is controlled by me and me alone.
Well, how did that go when the police came and arrested you? Didn't really go very well for you. Where's your fate?
My choices, nobody else. My fate isn't controlled or micromanaged by a bunch of no talent having trolls. My fate is in my own hands. Nobody else.
Trolls.
If I wanted to, and I'll be straight up honest, if I wanted to, I could delete this channel tomorrow and start a brand new channel. And within 2 months, hell, maybe even a few weeks, I can make a whole new channel and have well over 1,000 subs.
No, because they were all... If you did that, it would all be fake. Like, you try to do gaming streams with that weird avatar thing that appeals to little kids, which is fucking creepy, seeing that we know your tastes.
Within minutes. And I've proven that I can do that. And I have done it.
Oh no!
I'll show y'all guys the story now. I gotta
go. It was storming out. Jesus.
And I have done it.
I control my own fate, but not my own bowels. Oh.
I'll show y'all guys the story now. I gotta go.
It's like Emo Howling Wolf. At least he wears a diaper, you know? At least he wears a diaper. Sitting on it for an hour. Oh. I mean, you gotta love the sheer effort he puts in, only to then fuck himself over, usually in the same frame. Now we gotta see what this is.
A black magic man of Casper, known quite well around the world.
Hey, it's the opening for Fallout.
From his Wyoming clock tower, he's searching for his girl. Human alive of age, non-related, cisgender female. The needy bruises,
I'm keeping this one. This is awesome.
hair all fallen out. Yet he still pulls in fangirl with his satanic cloud.
I love this.
Of age, non-related, cisgender female. Psychotros curse him, but they don't realize his circle of protection lets him control their lives. Human alive of age, non-related, cisgender female.
Son behind him there, like, motherfucker, how did you live? How do you live like this? Look how babyface son is. Jesus Christ. He's going to squeeze little cheeks. Love you, son. Cobes. Cobes. Alright. We gotta see what Egghead said about Jared. Seeing that he's spending 90% of his life talking about Jared.
Well, it's time to dive once again into the insanity of
So we
this
get through a whole episode of his.
But anyways, guys,
Steal
let's
some
get this over
content.
with. What's up, bitches?
Egged, the Universal song is in a different key. You've ruined it.
So recently, Jared Genesis has gone completely off the deep end. And instead of doing a video response to this little cretin, we are going to be taking a look at his Gab page. Be ready, folks, because it's quite a doozy. Question for all you dumbass liberals. Why do you think it's okay to cut off balls with a gender swap, but it's not okay for them to date an adult? No one is advocating for kids to have their private
X-Wing, no!
it's chopped off.
Yes, but is that Yoda? We need to know if that's Yoda.
Also, nice to know that you are once again openly admitting to everyone what we already knew you to be, and that is a child predator. Also, to answer your question, I think there's a
He can't be a predator because he's not doing anything. Like, he's not around kids because he's not around people except for his parents. And when they die of old age, he'll be around literally no one. And as they rent that house, not actually owning it, he'll be a homeless person. He has no support network whatsoever.
why we're against that.
No friends, no family.
Can't consent. You're all just closet pedos. Just embrace who you really are and stop hiding it. You let your kids see naked adults at pride parades. Only a pedo would do that shit. You know, for a person who supposedly supports the LGBT community like you constantly claim, you don't really support.
No, he supports the one that has the P at the end of it. He is a proud map. He is a map man, but not those two cool kids who sing the Map Man song, because that's the traditional maps. It's a different map. Jared is a different type of map. And now I want a Jared opening of the Map Men. I'm actually gonna post it up in the DP Discord. Hold on. There. I did my part for the wider community.
Now do you? Ben, or Ben Pie, is an extremist.
Ben Pie is currently watching Slow Ball. His elderly frame appreciates the slow, rhythmic thrusts. He's watching baseball. I talked to him earlier. We both talked about a certain Morgan of John.
SJW from YouTube, who likes to gang stalk.
I love how Ben is an SJW. Ben is about the most middle of the road you can get without being completely lying about it. And just being on the far right. You know, like, Ben is just like an old dude who's like, fuck it, yeah, I don't care. It's just I've got my opinions, you know? But, like, Jared hears anyone who doesn't like him and immediately they have to be an SJW. By his logic, I'm an SJW. I'm too fucking lazy to be an SJW. Yeah, I could dye my hair. I needed Lady to do that for Paddy's Day. I could do that on my own. By the way, don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. I shaved it. Am I not back? This is why I hate changing sources. You gotta deactivate it here, and then it'll come back here. It's so silly.
Red-blooded conservative Christians like myself. I love how
You're not a Christian, and the only red blood you have is from that rat you siphoned its life force off earlier. You gonna grow a stash? You've been threatening a stash for a while now, Troy. You've been threatening a stash for a very long while. We've yet to see one. It would go like in a Fu Manchu sort of way, I imagine. A Pai Mei. Or you could have a Mexican bandito. That would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I was getting sick of just saying how dirty and scruffy it felt. I think I'm done with the long beards for a near while. Egghead looks good with his when he's got it all, you know, Brigham Young'd. I know, did Brigham Young have the big fluffy beard? I think he did. Like a fucking cowboy prospector, Ken Burns the West, old man image sort of version of this. Union General Egghead. Well, he's from Texas. Confederate General Egghead. Like, it looks good, but when it's smaller, it looks like a coconut.
Constantly showing how evil and truly despicable he is. I've said it once and I'll say it again. You aren't a Christian. And trust me when I say this. Conservatives would despise you as well.
No, actually, well, depends which conservatives. Most would just be pissed off he says the quiet part loud. They also just don't like how he is technically a mooch off his ma and dad. They'd be like, why aren't you working? Oh, I don't follow the man. Well, I'm the man and I say work.
Rats, do what you will with this freak. Look him up. He's part of the Drunken Peasants.
Colton Cotton the Third.
He has his own channel called Altered Perspective. And there he goes, once again doxing Ben and once again committing a crime in the...
He does, yeah. He doxes Ben, but he gets it wrong. He actually doesn't know Ben's place. He just knows the mailbox, all legal shit that's public knowledge. And of course, no one actually does anything. Ben's not received any, like, death threats or anything like that. Because Jared thinks that, like, Ben lives in his ma's basement. Like the way Jared lives in his bedroom. He doesn't realize that, like, Ben has an office. And he goes home. Like, if you want to say, like, oh, well, someone who lives like Jared, well, technically I am live streaming from my bedroom right now. This is my apartment. I pay rent to it. And it's a big old apartment. It's technically a condo. I still can't get over the fact that my first apartment could probably fit in this bedroom alone, like, if you were to get rid of the wall there, you could maybe get 4 of my original apartments in this place. Wild.
State of Texas. But of course, Jared sees nothing wrong with it because he, in his pathetic little eyes, he thinks he's justified for it. Even though all people do is pretty much just respond to the bullshit that he puts online. And he can't handle any of it.
Well, that and, what's his name? Teddy posting endless Jared gifs. My God, the amount of Jared.
Guess what video got reinstated, Benny? You're fucked, dude. So, a little context here.
Also, you know he's the only person liking that.
Saturday, April 20th, I got a notification from YouTube saying that it took down one of Jared's videos. The video in question was in fact a doxing video. I then checked later on in the day and I saw that Jared successfully got YouTube to reinstate the video. But don't worry, Jared, we'll discuss more on that here in a moment. To my commie gang stalkers.
Look, he doesn't know what half these words mean.
Try using a name less obvious than Chill Guy next time you want to try and groom me. Fucking fail troll scum you guys are. Complete shit for brains and make me laugh every day. And yet you keep falling for it.
Teddy Rubskins is hey, we all got our likes and dislikes. I like curves. I don't dislike curves. I'm okay with lean too. In fact, I'd be down for some lean right now. Yes, I am referring to the drug.
There's no one to blame for it but yourself. Fuck commie scum, that is all.
What's commie? Describe it, Jared, using big words like the and is.
I love how he believes that all of the
commie scum
are communists, when that is far from the case. We're all just regular people who despise you. Well, Jizzard and Benny, looks like you'll have to be failing out.
He doesn't go after Egghead, I noticed this. And I think Egghead's a little bit pissed at this. Ooh, what if Jared, we were to go after Jared and he were to again start making videos about us? Oh my God. And they still not respond to Egghead.
Resume to McDonald's again very soon. Don't forget to give that guy fries with his number 5 next time or you're fired. And once again that he does not care about the YouTube terms of service. And pretty much that the only reason that he wants to become partner is so that he can abuse the copyright system. But don't worry folks, we're gonna discuss this pretty soon. Satanists are all who were touched by their daddies.
Dan, I guess that's you. Like seriously, like we're gonna find out that Jared was sexually assaulted. Like that's it. We're just gonna find out that Jared was sexually assaulted. It won't change anything, but it'll just be on a bingo card. And we'll be like, yeah, you like Bagel Boss acted like someone who was sexually assaulted in their youth. Turned out they were sexually assaulted in their youth.
And yet, it's always the Christians who get caught diddling kids. Quite interesting when you think about it. Now, before we get to this next screenshot, I want to ask everyone something.
Ooh, and the cops too.
That showed Jared gloating that YouTube reinstated the docs video. Let's see how that's going for him.
Womp womp.
Yep. Once again, YouTube has taken down the docs video. Jared currently has one warning on his channel. Now, what exactly was Jared's response to all this? Put your docs in my YouTube bio, Benny. Let's see you try to take it down now, bitch. Your ass is mine, pussy. You fucked with the wrong one. So Jared's response to YouTube taking down the docs video was to put the private information of someone else's docs in his YouTube bio. It's like he's begging for YouTube to terminate his channel at this point.
Well, here's the thing. YouTube doesn't give a fuck about him. No one cares about Jared. Jared doesn't care about Jared. Or else he'd learn the magic glory that is a shirt. But he's too dumb to realize that YouTube doesn't care. It's just really inefficient. But when it gets around to him, it looks over his info, kicks him out, and then he goes off to like one of the other channels where he's just mocked and shamed again, and then he has to leave that channel. Like, when you're too racist for Parler.
Because Jared, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can lose your YouTube account for privacy. People can go to your
Well, I saw some Expo booted a bunch of people from Kick because they were harassing other people. Like, don't join Kick, folks. There's no point. I want there to be something other than YouTube and Twitch. But it isn't going to be one of these sort of free speech versions of whatever, because this is going to attract right-wingers. Usually to scam them out of money. I mean, Truth Social doesn't make money at all. It's colossally in the red.
Support it for privacy. American land whales are all getting triggered now that men are onto their bullshit fembot games. I'm loving the meltdowns. And once again showing that he truly hates women. Even though he literally said on video that he would kill to have a wife or child. Oh,
No, he's never actually met a woman besides his mother. He's seen them from a distance. And his brain doesn't comprehend. He's kind of like a pissier version of Marshall Mathers. They're both creepy. They're both dangerous. Difference is Marshall leaves his house. Jared doesn't.
What's that? You don't believe me? Roll it.
I would kill, like, I'm just gonna be honest, okay? I know this is gonna like turn into something sort of black-pilled and like,
yeah, so what? It's Shabisky. Shabisky will put his finger in anything trying to get some money off it. But, so, like, whatever. It's still a shitstorm. It's like all these other websites are just focal points for right-wingers. If you can make money off it, fucking awesome. But hell, even if it's something as big as TikTok, that's going pretty soon. All the money that he made off him and Pitmonk, they made off TikTok, that's going. And once it's gone, like, what are you gonna do? Suppose you could try a VPN. Maybe. If that would work, but it wouldn't work on your phone, would it?
Silly, but bro, you gotta understand, dude, like, I would kill to have a wife and kids.
Look how fat he is. He's so fat. Look at those drums. He must look at those drums every day and remember for a brief moment where he tried something and it failed.
You know, I've always struggled with relationships. Consider yourself very lucky that you have that going for you too, bro.
You just gotta love how sad and truly pathetic he really, really is. To gang stalking Jared, why do you use a 5-year-old pic of me, bro? Oh yeah, it's cause you're scared of the person I am now. And you damn well should me, bitch.
What?
I know my
success in what? Success in what? That's another thing. He doesn't have conversations with other people. He just makes responses, then runs away. It's like leaving a letter at someone's door and then running away.
Terrifies the shit out of your little punk.
I kind of want what happened to Cyrax getting beaten up in the street. I kind of want what happens with Jared. I kind of want somebody to... I want Egghead. Egghead could take Jared easily. Just wait out, like, just like confront him and he goes for Egghead and Egghead just floors him in one hit.
What
Egghead!
success have you actually achieved? Oh, that's right, you've achieved nothing. You've achieved nothing in the past 5 years since you outed yourself to be a PDF file. And it's all because of your stupidity.
Pedophile.
Should truly show how evil.
Don't even sugarcoat it. I only recently found out what Chimo was.
Yes. Like, if you thought this guy couldn't get any lower than he already has, well, buckle up, folks.
Got beat up in the dojo? Yeah, and he hasn't come out since. And that was years and years and years ago.
Prize. This bitch-ass sees the white man as such a threat that he felt to need to go AI on his ass. What a little hoe. So Jared has pretty much decided.
He used the JonTron clip. Cancel him.
Not even hiding it, just openly. Jared, what?
Well, so was fucking Brett. Brett just spams the N-word now.
Happened? I thought you hated white supremacists. I thought you hated racism. I thought you hated the alt-right. Oh, that's right. You are nothing but a fucking liar. A fucking liar who doesn't have a truthful bone in his body. Now, to end this video, Jared has truly gone off the deep end.
We need to get Egg on in a few months, or a few weeks even.
Has currently given up on his current channel. He is currently begging to be terminated by YouTube and is pretty much showing how truly evil he is on his gab. And Jared, I hate to break it to you, if you honestly believe that you're going to be partnered by YouTube, bring it in. No, I'm not gonna yell. Bring it in. YouTube will not accept you for YouTube partnership if you have a strike or a warning of any kind on your channel.
Did you say, wait, what? Did you say Brett's daughter is dating a black kid? No. I said he's spamming the N-word. I mean, that would be interesting. I imagine Brett wouldn't have any and all that publicly interesting to say, but he'd have some strong opinions to Dorn afterwards. He'd just grumble.
So that, have the day you deserve. I'm Egghead. Thanks for watching.
I'm Aid.
Fuck Jared.
Thank you, Egghead. Thank you, Aid. Good old Aid. Oh, damn. Oh, this is brilliant. How do you manage that? It looks like they fell out. You got bullet time. Here, now I remember why I do it like this. Guys, if you're enjoying yourselves, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I have many more people I wish to steal from. Probably go for about another hour and a half. Get it to midnight. And I crawl into the bed. Seriously, I'm feeling pretty groggy. To the point where I'm actually going to go and grab the other coffee in about half an hour. So yeah, we got about an hour and a half to kill. Let's kill it with some grace. Or at least see what this... I mean, try to avoid this. But fuck it. Shiny's Call of the Wild. That's probably why he's doing that. Yeah, probably. Which again, like, why do people always hate trans people? Well, a lot of them have trans family members. Why do they hate gay people? Because they have a lot of the same members. Oh, I am zoning out. Maybe I need that coffee now. All right, Rev.
You're really pretty.
Teach us of African values. Uhuru, y'all.
How's everybody? I really love my girl.
Trust not the lies of Yakub.
And it like breaks my heart, man. It really like breaks my fucking heart. Like, she's gone through so much fucking shit in her life. You know, not deserved stuff coming at her. You know.
Jesus, that sounds so
Gotta
weird.
take the case off. I'm sorry.
All right. First things first. If you're referring to Shani, no, Shani deserves everything except for her everything but her melted. Everything but her mental illness. Didn't deserve her mental illness. Everything else, though, she did. And she did to other people. To the point where the law was involved numerous times.
And it's just sad. It makes me so sad. Hi, Cruella. Yeah, it's always like I have ghosts in here. Like, this camera never wants to focus right. It's so weird. I'm not sure what the deal is. Of course, you hit the middle button. Of course. Okay. It's really cool, though. That effect is pretty friggin' neat. This was definitely worth the money. Like, I don't know how much equipment out there is actually worth the money that you pay for it, but
Depends on what, doesn't it? Like, I got a ring light that's was pretty basic, but it came with the tripod that, until I did that spam video, was really great. Very useful tripod. That only came to 20 quid.
don't get sad, get glad. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Do you hear him?
High blinging things. Yeah, it's just like so many years and years and years that she's had like shit, you know, and people be abusive and
Well, she was fucking abusive. You were abusive.
just bullshit in her life that she didn't deserve, you know?
Yeah, when the police came after she attacked you, after social came and took away the kids, after you just trashed your home, after you squandered all that money, after your endless tirades and beefs with G-Man, that only then you then turn around and beg him for help to help you out.
She didn't deserve any of this shit that came from whoever it is.
Let's see what we are talking about, Shani.
Hi, Stacy. Thank you, Corella. Hi, thank you.
The body is round.
The body is round.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, Jay Trudeau, for the $4. A little bit of color in those cheeks up above me now. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Like I said, every penny is going to go into just keeping the ads away from this channel. If you're curious, except for Sundays, of course, when Bearded Rambling's on, then Krendar gets his dues. What's his name? I think it's like 12 quid. So you've just paid a good chunk of that for this month. Appreciate that. Now remember, next week will be a proper booze up stream with Mango. Assuming the poor lady doesn't have another tooth fall out from her. Apparently lost to eating ravioli. How the hell does that happen?
Girl, you're very sweet, guys. We love you guys. That like you're in here quite a bit.
But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, this is important. This is the month when my warning from YouTube should come to an end. And when that happens, two things will happen. Number one, I should get back the link ability down in the description. So instead of just having stuff you copy and paste, it's an actual link. And number two, if the person I think is going after me wants to go for round 2, they might. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I think it was something to do about the Morgan of John. But we'll see. Might not be. I thought when it first happened, I thought it was Jared. When he was finally deigning to send his bog flesh after me.
You know, I see a lot of you guys every time I'm on. Really, you're here like every time. So, you know, I like
every
that's
time.
so awesome that
his accent's all
maybe
over
we
the
could
place.
build an audience and do something cool. Like, I want to do a podcast. There's no doubt about that. I want to do that.
What's stopping you? I'm doing one right now. It ain't much of a podcast. All you need to do is just have a mic and a topic. My topic is whatever I've got to go through up on the top here and wherever my whims will take me. That I just made €4. Just think, with your incredible years of streaming, you could make 8.
And I would like Shani to be a part of it, but it's like, you know, whatever. Life is.
Why wouldn't Shani
Life is.
Wouldn't that be perfect for Shani, though?
Highway,
You could
I'm gonna ride it all night long.
I like how he sings the way I sing, which is sometimes not sing at all. I'm just talking with a bit of a tune. Yeah, there's no rhyming, there's no rhythm. It's just me dealing with the tism. Wouldn't that be perfect for Shani, though? She could just sit on her ass next to a mic. She wouldn't even need to have the camera on. What would their channel be called? Chat, what would Shani and Rev's podcast be called?
Hi, Chubby Dubby. What's up?
Chubby Dubby.
Yeah,
Chubby
thank
Dubby,
you for
you're
prayers
my
for Ella.
friend.
She needs a. Really, I come to you humbly tonight to ask very seriously. Could you pray for Shani's health?
That's not what you're asking for. You're asking
like,
for
get a
money.
prayer chain going for this specific thing. Because I
But it
really
hasn't
do.
worked
It's
in the
like
past.
Every day I feel like I'm like losing her more and more every day. And I don't wanna sound dramatic.
She's going to die from her terrible lifestyle. She's the one who morbidly devoured everything to the point she couldn't even move. And now her body is breaking down. Tie into her terrible mental state and the fact that both of you are basically one step above homeless. And you have been homeless before. I mean, you were squatting in that motel that got you in the news. It's not going to breed the healthiest mind. And you aren't much better yourself, mister. Like, you're talking about how your heart's breaking. How about all the fucking pills you took? Or are still taking? You're clearly not, neither of you are living the healthiest lifestyle. It can't be that hard for you to eat a little bit more and her to eat a lot less. It can't be that hard for every day both of you doing 10 squats, trying to run on the spot for a few minutes. I do, no matter what, 1 kilometer on that a day if I don't have to go outside for anything. Point on my treadmill. Just 1 kilometer. I can do that in under 10 minutes. My goal is to do it in about... I don't have it yet. I think the quickest I've done is like 7:20. So I'm almost a third of the way there. And I really want to have myself the ability to be able to walk. The sciatica reminded me that I need to take better care of my fucking body. Just like the tooth issue I had a few years ago reminded me to take better care of my teeth. I would think most people don't need to have those moments to take better care of themselves. But Shani every day is waking up in absolute agony. And she does jack all. Except I can tell you to sit there and just bitch. And beg. Bitch and beg. The BBs. Which is not a bearded boon.
It's like, oh, I'm whining.
Lame thing.
I'm really... It's... Look. I've lost...
The Please Don't Eat Me
a
podcast.
lot of fucking people.
I know I've seen the Jabba and the Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb, but what about Audrey too? You know, she could be Audrey. Feed me.
I really have. I've lost a lot of fucking people in my life, and
and the singers need to be G-Man. Little Shap a har. Little Shap a tear.
Father, who died in Morgan, Colorado.
Why won't you debate me, atheist?
We went on vacation out there, and my dad was a school teacher, mainly school teacher, but he also worked.
He dresses a bit like a hippie trans girl. Could have transitioning have saved Rev.
Chemist. And he's
imagine if it turns out Rev was trans. That would be extra depressing.
Like a drag racer locally and won like trophies and shit in drag racing. But
hey, drag, there you go. Oh, different type of drag, okay.
But I don't know. I feel like the Lord's coming because I feel like
he's just a corpse in the thumbnail. As always, I want to point out that on the phone, this the phone has like its little heart thing down the side there. It's so stupid. You should be allowed to move it wherever you want. Because it's over the chat.
It's like closer. Like I can't even understand what that would mean. Like it. Heaven's like dimensional, right? It's not really a place somewhere, or is it? You know,
what?
I don't even know that shit. Was your dad Walter White? No.
No. Walter White would be kind of cool. And he wouldn't have let he wouldn't have let him marry Shani. Like, Shani would have just thought she got like an order of donuts and then would have blown up. I love the idea that, like, could we crack the code of the afterlife and it's fucking Rev who does it? The greatest, one of, if not the greatest question of all, is there life after death?
Oh, my dad was Bill Egroff. He was a teacher in Blakely High School, which then became Valley View High School, which is where I graduated high school from. Hey, Mike Myers is here. It's good to see Mike.
Oops, sorry.
So, I'm trying to get my head right to say what I'm supposed to say.
Do you think they'd ever try a script? Like, would it be that hard for him to sit down and actually write up a script?
My problem is I don't have coffee. I have to get my coffee.
I got coffee, it hasn't been helping me. My brain's mush, but you know what? It's fun mush. And after a while, the mush solidifies under the baking heat of the sun of reality, and then it forms into something. I always see when I stream, like, a very old broken engine, that if you give it long enough, will start chugging along, but at first it's like, it slowly builds up into a nice little toot toot, you know?
And then I could get into it. I'll be right. I gotta get coffee.
He got those clothes the same place that Rod and Todd got their t-shirts. Surfer Dude and I'm with Stupid.
We had some money come in, so I was able to get.
Did they figure out how to do
$4.99. Nice thing of Folgers Classic Roast.
Really? Why? Like, can't you get cheaper than that? I can. I can get way cheaper. When you're struggling like they are, what you do is you just buy the cheapest of everything. Not just store brand, but the knockoff bottom of the shelf store brand, you know? The stuff that just tastes like chalk. Here it would be like the Tesco brand stuff. Back during COVID, it was Daily Basics. Oh, the Daily Basics brand was fucking brutal. The prices were absolutely hilarious. You could get a block of ramen for 11 cents. It was insane. Nowadays, the super cheap company is Hearty Foods. They're the ones that make the cardboard pizzas and the very salty curry sauces. But you know, if you're struggling for food, you take it. The pasta is like something, I think it's like 60 cents for a huge bag of penne pasta. And the sauce is like about the same, 30 cents. There. Not much of a dinner, but it'll fill you up. Hell, my food today only came to about a tenner. Didn't even have to buy any breakfast. I had this whole thing of Weetabix in there. My 48 cup 99 is very tasty. Oh, if you're gonna go between taste, then you go for top shelf. You go for like ordering this shit online. Now you get one of those beautiful French roast things. Get yourself a French vanilla situation. Even these aren't so bad. This is a Nescafe Aero. coffee satchel. It was only $2.50. It smells lovely. It's mint chocolate Aero. So it tastes like a mint chocolate Aero hot chocolate thing, but it's also coffee. I'll have one of these a day. I had 2 today because it's my diet-free day. It's back to the grind tomorrow, and then on Friday, no food. Then it's back to the grind till Tuesday, then no food. And then on Wednesday, Jesus. By the way, I did something very rare. I took home McDonald's with me. That's what I had for dinner today. I tried the Mac chicken, the Big Mac chicken. Chicken Big Mac. And it was just, there was nothing there. There was no flavor. It was just filling. Too filling. I feel bloated as hell, which is a good sign. Jesus, it's a good sign. I've been losing weight. I can feel it. I can see it when I'm coming out of the bath. Look myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit. Would you look at that? The stomach does look smaller. But then today I try to gorge and I can't do that. I think those days are behind me, which is great because you don't need to gorge. It's literally called gorging.
When it comes to Folgers, there's nothing. I don't know, man.
I don't even add sugar into my coffee normally. A bit of milk. And no sugar at all into my tea, which is actually what I really want right now. When this is done, I'm going to go and put on a cup of tea.
That
really
commercial,
tea
you know,
today.
in the 80s, that the guy wakes up and it's steaming hot, the Folgers. If he spilt it on his leg, he would have horrible burns, you know, the dude.
And if he spilt it on his pussy, then he could go into McDonald's and sue them.
And he puts it in the cup and the steam comes up and it's like, that's love, you know?
That was just a really
it's
cold
really
morning.
Like that, but it's only Folgers. Folgers it's unique with that. It's got a special flavor to it. I don't understand it, but it's really good.
It doesn't. It tastes like coffee. I've had Folgers before. I've had the American Folgers. It's fine. You want some interesting coffee, whatever they make it down in Spain, along the beach there. If you want absolute trash coffee, get yourself some Maxwell House. You can get a massive tub of the shit. I mean, this thing is as big as a fucking... Renting around here as a comparison. I could use... What's big anyway? It's this big drum of it. You can get it for like £4. And you get that for the office. So when you know, like, it's the break room, you go in there and there's always coffee. But it's shit coffee. But, you know, you need coffee to get through the day.
Good. So.
It's medicine.
I got a lot of things that I want to talk
But
about.
I will say 48 cups for $20 is
to
pretty
be honest
good.
with you.
A Reese's Pieces mug. Nice.
The question is, of all the things that are going on,
I'm surprised Shani didn't eat that in a sugar binge. It has the Reese's logo. Shani, you don't eat the wrapper too. Of course I do.
what's the most important that should be discussed? That's really the question, because there's so many minutia.
You see, that's your brain hearing coffee, 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 coffee. I get the Tesco Gold normally. I still have a huge thing of it. Actually, I'll put the kettle on now for my tea, and I'll bring in the coffee and I'll show you. It's like the most crappiest, because we use freeze-dried over here. Yeah. Can't actually tell you how many cups I've had, and there's like only a quarter of it's gone. I forgot to put the kettle on. Well, I'm a feckin' Egypt. I'll get up in a little bit. I'll finish this cup of coffee first. Like I said, I really just want a cup of tea. Here's shit. This is some crappy coffee, let me tell you. Smells like coffee. Tastes like coffee. Robusta and Arabica beans roasted for deep flavor. Freeze-dried instant coffee. What does it say? This shit, I've drank so much of it. I used to hate coffee, in all fairness. I was all just about tea. I used to make the shittiest cups of coffee too. I don't know, I just sat down and started having the occasional cup, very rarely. And then it just became part of my life. It's weird, I can't even tell you when it started. Crap coffee. The Tesco shit is also crap. I mean, this is Tesco's. But this isn't even the worst ones. This is the gold blend. You can get ones that are even crappier. And their tea is... the tea's fine. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a good tea or a bad tea. It's very hard to pin down what makes tea tea, am I right? Bake it away, boys!
Bullshit, tangential, distractionary bullshit out there.
What can I say? I learned from the best.
Even though it's the biggest event in American political history because it's a former president being prosecuted for crimes, it's a sideshow, and you can see it. It's a freak show. It makes no sense. They go Trump. Oh my God. He violated the gag order. $9,000 fine. You realize the guy, wipes his ass with $100 bills, or used to. That's dumb. $9 grand? In what universe does that make sense to a penalty for a guy that's supposedly, allegedly a billionaire? Hey, Rev, how's it going, buddy? What's up, Snackery? You tell me how that makes any sense that you fine a guy that's supposedly a billionaire $9 grand for contempt of court. That's a little paper cut. How do I take my coffee? I take it black, Michael Myers. I take it black now. Hey, girl with the cute kids, I'll just say, hey, I gotta go. The lights trigger my epilepsy. Oh, I'm sorry, but I didn't know that. There you go. That's for you. I'll put this on for you. I don't like white light, though. That's dog shit. I hate it. That's better. Yeah, take care. I turned that off for you, though, if you wanted to see the video. I'm sorry about that. Trump's fine's supposed to set a precedent for fining him. It starts the ball rolling for when he violates a gag.
He would be right that, like, $9 grand isn't really all that a big deal. But here's the thing, like, Trump is bleeding money so much that $9 grand is getting hard. He's been tapping into his own campaign funds just to pay off these court orders. Like, he can't keep this going. He doesn't make that much money. He's gonna have to start selling places. His kids already are. At one point, some of the biggest landlords in New York, and they have to sell off the rights to their apartments, which is good because they were absolutely dog shit landlords.
Order again. I guess so, but I just see that he's egregiously been this way,
I have a Kyogre. That was free. Oh, that's cool. I was thinking of getting a coffee machine at some point. I had one of those instant kettles. You press the button and then in only like 3 seconds the water's boiled. But I was never told how to repair the filter. And the filter eventually went over the years, and the water just took so long to boil that it wasn't worth it.
Neocat. And it seems to me he gets away with too much.
Didn't he support Trump back in the day?
It seems to me he gets away with too much. Just like they put way too much on Hunter Biden.
They didn't put that much on Hunter Biden legally, because he didn't do that much legally. He wasn't this big fucking center of this massive complex conspiracy. He was just this frat kid who was given a job that was way above him. Like, my God, this guy would just want to spend all day doing drugs and banging hookers. It's a good life. But don't give that sort of person an important job. Because they're gonna fuck it up. But Hunter Biden, like, is become the center of all these QAnon MAGA conspiracies about why won't they show us the laptop? Well, they showed you the laptop. No, I mean the second laptop. There was no second laptop. All the information is out there. And you have this bizarre notion that, like, this is the flame, this is the smoking gun that will destroy every Democrat presidential idea for the next century. No, it won't. At most, it will show that a Democrat is corrupt. Shock of shocks! Next minute, you're going to tell me that a Republican is racist and corrupt.
For whatever his stuff is. This guy was just having personal life problems. Hunter Biden was
I'm actually agreeing with Rev here. Ugh.
Having personal life problems, and then he had somebody basically just dox all of his stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, like I said, he was given a position that was kind of a big deal. It was just they shouldn't have given it to him. Like, what did I say? Occam's razor. Eventually you just cut away everything until the most obvious thing is there. It's so simple to just say, what's all these conspiracies about? Money. Always about money at the end of the day. Dare I say, it's all about the money. Anyway, I'm going to go and switch every 10 minutes on these to spice it up. I will take a break, watch something else, and then we'll go and watch this stuff about Crystal. And then 10 minutes after that, we'll take a break and watch more about From the Shanity. And then we'll take a break and watch these, and eventually they'll be done. Now, that means I'll be going over midnight, but so what? It's Wednesday. Might as well. And if you don't know who Crystal Station is, we'll be getting a recap. Here, we'll watch some Daily Dose, some real wholesome shit. I mean, wholesome shit. But first, Bologna Sandwich Elevated from Sweet Swine of Mine, distributing Sweet Swine of Mine distributing by Mark Lambert. I've been cooking barbecue for 24 years. During that time, I won 6 world championships and run across a lot of good food in my way. I'm going to share with you some barbecue secrets, general cooking tips, and some of the best recipes I've found from all over the world. Alright, we're off to a good start.
So we got a highbrow bar.
He looks like Glenn Beck these days.
Barbecue bologna sandwich we're going to throw down. First thing we're doing is we're buttering some brioche buns here. We're just going to put them down on a little non-stick skillet.
Also sounds a
And
little
get
like
a little
Pitbull.
push down on them. We want to make sure they get brown all the way around. Once they're brown, we're going to put a little olive oil in the skillet. It's nice and hot, and we've got a bundle of sort of sliced up onions, and then we're going to take our shaved all beef bologna, and we're going to put it down in a nice little bundle right on the other side of our onions. We're just going to let that caramelize on one side.
So he says shaved. I would just call that diced. Both of those were well. No, the onions are fine, but like, what makes the bologna shaved?
We're just going to let it kind of sit there. We want nice crispy bits on the bottom side. We want those onions to get translucent. Now we're going to hit them with a little bit of Sweet Swan of Mine roasted garlic rub, and we're just going to let that sit and brown for a minute. We check the bottom, and it's ready to flip over. It's giving off all kinds of really good aromatics. Now, we're going to take our bun. After it's toasted, we're going to get a little Durkee's special sandwich sauce. We're going to spread.
Oh, thank Christ, he said Durkee's. Like, wait, what? Not with that accent. I'm sorry, not with that accent.
that around while everything's caramelizing and getting happy.
Looks like a English muffin. Right.
And once that's done, we're going to start the assembly process. Everything will be mostly cooked on the one side, and when you flip, you're just kind of starting the assembly process. You're bringing the cheese into the mix and kind of starting to make it where the cheese just kind of holds all of this sandwich together. That brioche bun is soft and pillowy with a little crust on the bottom side.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, when we flip it, we've got caramelization happening. Little crispy bits.
I will say that, like, see how we struggled to get the meat off the pan? That pan's going to be ripped to shreds with this thing eventually. I've got a wok in there. My only wok. I've got to throw it at some point. It was cheap as fuck, but over the years, the inside's been ripped bare.
That's where your really good flavor comes from. And that shaved barbecue bologna, that is where texture comes from. All of that shaved folds as it's bundled up in there.
Shaved folds. Going down on a girl. What you say when you're going down on a girl who's just back from the bathroom, and you better be appreciative. You better be fucking appreciative because she went through a lot for you.
Those onions, as you can see, they're starting to get translucent, getting a little brown on them. You can get those as brown as you want. I like a little texture to them. When you saw me put my hand up there, we're going to put a little of our Sweet Swan of Mine original barbecue sauce on there, and it doesn't take a lot, just enough.
See, Cobes? Do you see how little he added? Not how much, how little.
To sweeten that up. If we caramelize our onions a little more, we may not even needed it. But barbecue sauce is always on a barbecue bologna sandwich, so we're going to top it with our onions. And then we're going to come back through. And
it's like he doesn't fully say the word, you know? It's like he just gets 80-90% of the way there.
We've got a slice of Bogart's White American Jalapeno sliced cheese, and that's going to go on the top. Now, that's all kind of starting to melt, and it's ready to go. We're going to pull this sandwich together because that cheese has started to melt on there. And then we're going to slide that bundle of barbecue bologna goodness over onto our bun. And then we're going to, man, just watching this. You're going to put that bun on there.
Yeah. Would you like a minute alone with your bologna sandwich video, sir?
Press it down real good. Give it a cut, and you're going to see just the center cross-section.
Call it a good girl and pat it on its head and tell it to swallow.
It is just some kind of yummy goodness. Look at that.
It sure looks
going
okay.
For that bite now. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That is some kind of barbecue goodness.
Goodness. Yeah, the word he says is not full. There's something that's missing. It's like, he adds to it. It's like newness, you know? It's weird. I like it. It's an odd accent. King Cobra and the Grease Fire? Alright,
Alright, y'all, so what I'm going to do is I want to show you how to make french fries.
Oh, yeah.
That's bubbling.
It is bubbling.
I would just dump these in here, but I don't want the grease to splatter, so... Your
Are
next
you
step
sure?
is just...
Wow! Wow! Wow!
You just drop them in there like that.
No, actually, you don't. Oh no, skis! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that's how you do it,
God
Tubes.
damn it.
That's what's up, Tubes.
Stop.
Yes, tell it to stop, and it will. Remember, he uploaded this as it is. He's only got himself to blame. Oh, Cobes.
Fuck my life, YouTube. I need salt.
He's not giving up. You gotta give him that. He's not giving up.
Yeah, that's enough salt for these fries.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a big dollop of salt. You already put them in oil. Oh. My mouth is becoming the Serengeti just looking at that. Oh, Cobes. There's Rebel Taxi. Alright. So we go from Cobes to...
Maybe this lifestyle just truly isn't for me, and maybe I just have to be more committed. So he decides to propose to her, and it goes about as well as you might expect. For somebody that isn't all that appealing herself, she really just doesn't boost up the ego and...
Hey! Arizona just, Don't fuck with me like that. Arizona votes to repeal 1864 abortion ban. Yay! Sweet. That's a rare W. Oh, and I saw marijuana was changed by the medical group in America, whatever the fuck it is. They've reclassified it to be less dangerous.
the validation that Leslie so desperately seeks to achieve.
This is for my birthday. Leslie got this. The old Ravens and got it for me on prayer.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will marry you. Love you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, get some water in your leg.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I got lipstick on everybody.
I don't know why I keep on this weird lipstick. It won't fit my fingers too big. Look.
It even gets so bad that when Leslie is being accused of doing something, some Tom sucking foolery going on,
Tom sucking
Leslie will
foolery.
get humiliated by his partner at any chance she possibly can. She's constantly live streaming. She's
Is that a piece? Is that a pee trail? Did they create a pee river?
constantly on camera.
No,
all of her worst habits get exposed to the internet.
Why you guys do this? Why you're don't mind? That's my pecker in your crystal. Why you guys don't do that? You're on YouTube.
All right. Like I said before, the fact that they just unload the endless supplies of junk food onto their hotel bed is very telling. And then now she's going for the D. She's going for the pecker. Why can't you turn the camera off and enjoy some goodness?
What? There's a dough. You know what? I can't hide on mice. I know how to do that. You know that.
Maybe you do.
I don't know. I know you're hurting. Oh, no.
What the fuck are they doing? Is this playing, or is he actually like getting attacked by her?
Hurt me. Ow!
You cannot hurt.
Fuck you!
Don't yell like that.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's legit.
her searching his pockets and shoving fingers up his ding dong in order to see if he's got any methamphetamines on him.
What the fuck? She's giving him a cavity search to see if he's got pills?
Definitely an interesting tactic. And, you know, Leslie thought, maybe I should pay her back. You know, I should try and be the loving, caring partner that I've committed to be. And I'm gonna wash her clothes. So he decides to take all of her clothes, fill up a bathtub, and just dump them in there. And now she's pissed because she thinks her clothes are soiled, and she's gonna get her grandpa, who's a side character that we'll get to later in the video, to show up and come and rescue her, save her from Leslie and her rotten clothes that she just can't wear anymore.
You're gonna make my...
You look like you have no standards. Yeah, this is the episode. This is the video where she tries the weird drink she just found out in the car park, and she's worried that all her clothes are gonna be ruined. Lady, you're not living your best life right now, and if you are, Jesus. These are like Cyrax's friends, or connected to Cyrax in some way.
Clothes go bad. You know what he did, everybody? Put all my clothes in the damn bathtub and washed them by hand.
Did he have
They're
to?
gonna go bad. I thought Grandpa's coming to get me.
You gotta call him on your phone.
No, you do it now.
Now, when Leslie is trying to help Crystal, it never goes right. And we kind of understand that, right?
That looks so bad. That's a choker, isn't it? It's not a tattoo?
We get it. You know, sometimes maybe your efforts aren't fully appreciated. Maybe you just don't do them 100% correctly. So maybe you'll just do your own thing. You'll stick to your own interest. And for Leslie, he's really into WWE. They are from Portland, Michigan, so I think they're into juggalos. I've seen...
Definitely Juggalo adjacent. Also, if Ben was here, fuck Michigan.
Juggalos in the background every once in a while, so maybe he just wants to kick back, relax, watch a couple videos. Crystal's not gonna let that slide, because if for some reason inside of Crystal's brain she thinks that wrestling is like by the devil and it's some sort of, I don't know, homoerotic display of masculinity or something. And
why
she
did
can't
she
be having
shoot?
that.
Whoa, shit.
No siree, ma'am. And he's just trying to sit there and relax. And
okay, she's like mentally really unwell, but that's sort of unwell that like they harass you. She basically needs someone just to push her back and go, no, no. Oh, I wonder if she needs the handler like Cobes needs the oaf, you know? Ohio is a shithole. Ohio is... There's nothing positive or negative to be said about Ohio. It is the ultimate mid. It is where white people are mass produced. It's where the default American is made. In Ohio, all things are bland and very fatty.
just can't have that happen. No more.
Leslie! Hello?
What, babe?
Just take the headphones
You
off.
like have it in your video.
You can't have WWE wrestling. You can't.
I know that. You can't hear it.
And how can you hear what I'm saying, you lunatic?
You told me to leave you alone and that's
Well,
what
listen now.
Yes, talk.
Just don't watch it right now. Do it later.
I'm watching it. I'll leave you alone.
If Leslie can't help her out with chores around their hotel room, and he can't watch
chores around their hotel room. You know, going to a hotel is usually some form of treat because it means you're on a holiday. A hotel's an interesting experience when you get to like, oh, let's see what they have on the TV. Let's see how big the bed is. Let's see how do they have like free breakfast in the morning? You know, is there any tours you can book off from there? What's a hotel bar like? Do they have a pool? Why do I have a feeling they're only in a hotel because they're homeless?
Go smoke crack downstairs. I mean, he's running out of options here. Well, why don't we try and have a baby? that's gonna bring us together.
You know, if Mountain Dew and vodka were people, they'd look like this.
I got a couple bites and you ate most of that yourself.
So?
Oh, and you got a whole
If
one for
I'm
you.
pregnant, you have to eat a lot. You don't know if I'm pregnant because you won't let me go.
I'm hoping not.
Dad don't let me go to the hospital if I'm sick.
Yeah, well.
My throat hurt, my breasts hurt. You don't let me go never.
Never. She kind of looks like a streamer. Oh, I'm not gonna say who because people would think that I'm throwing shade at her. I'm not. There's something about her that I'm just thinking of this really famous YouTuber right now. I'm not, like, I don't think that she has autism and whatever, bipolar or whatever, this famous woman, but like just her face, there's a sort of similarity to her.
Controls me too much.
No, because we never have a chance to sit down and be settled
Yeah,
down.
she needs to be one of those people you see at like the visiting room in like a mental institute, and she'll just come up and randomly mutter something to you in a white robe before one of the orderlies goes, hey, Crystal, it's okay. What did we talk about? And then she kind of walks off. Goes back to her doodles of a sunflower.
Well, we don't really know. Because
an etch-a-sketch of a sunflower.
The idea of having a child every once in a while in front of his face, and it's mostly centered around her ego. It's centered around her wanting more food, and whenever he'll say, "Hey, you know, I really wanted to eat some grapes. Hey, I wanted some of that food," she'll say, "Well, I might be eating for two now, so shut the fuck up, Leslie."
Hey, that's actually more proactive than Shani and Rev. Because, Shani will just make this bullshit excuse. Like, Crystal will just say, well, fuck it, I might be pregnant, I don't know, I want to do what I want. You know, like, she'll just put her foot down.
My man's starving out here. He can't even eat anymore. And, you know, at the end of the day, we all just want to try and understand the psychosis behind it, right? Like, what's going on inside of Crystal's brain that makes her just want to latch on to Leslie and just take control and dominate him? Well,
what
I
else
think
does
it
she
might
have?
turn out to be not getting enough sleep before she has to go to work. That's why she has to take it out on him.
Hey, Amanda, Leslie would not let me sleep, and I've worked. I have to start work at 10 a.m. in the morning. He's so mean to me. That's why.
I actually really don't like how, one thing I've noticed about Crystal, she calls up everyone. If she had my number, she'd call me up every 5 seconds. Don't give this woman your number, because she will try to use you as some sort of defense all the time. I mean, what?
He don't let me sleep.
I abuse him because he doesn't let me sleep. That's why I abuse him.
I'm a good woman like you. He calls me
I'm a good woman like
I
you.
don't cheat. He does cheat. I know he's cheating on me.
Now, as I mentioned previously, they do have a cat. His name's Garfield. He's an orange cat. She's had some cats in the past, and both of them kind of display the reason why we should be calling animal control on whatever Red Roof Inn they're sticking in tonight.
Yeah.
They're constantly talking about how, well, you know, sometimes you just gotta choke a cat out. You just gotta fucking uppercut that bitch. Because,
What?
I don't know, they scratched her. She was saying that she's being bleeding to death. I'm bleeding to death. I'm to death to bleed. All the blood is just being poured out from, I don't know, a very small incision of cat's teeth, probably because
She's She's like if a tomato... No, she's not. She's not. An onion. A very wide onion if it gains sentience.
Because you're fucking pestering it. You know, they're kind of solitary animals. They don't like to be confined into a fucking Red Roof Inn hotel room, but don't try and explain that to either
go
one of them.
outside
Instead, they're
and
going to
walk.
showcase to the audience, hey everybody, look and see what we can do. We're going to show you just exactly how we punish our cat for the whole world to see.
I don't punch Garfield.
Like Keith would choke a cat.
Only thing I did is give him a little nudge to save him from running out that door and getting hit by a car. How would
Okay,
you
well,
guys
you know what I
feel?
did once? I choked Tinkerbell the gray cat because she clawed me to death really bad and made me bleed to death. That's why.
Oh. Animal cruelty, always a good sign.
I did. I only did that one time. I bite. Okay, Aaron, the one that died years ago, my black cat, like from Hocus Pocus, Zachary Binks, my black cat named Aaron Binks. He died because he was old.
Hey,
I bite his
Barrymore.
Everyone, you would punch a cat if they bit you, wouldn't you?
Like you never.
No, I've been bitten and scratched by a cat before. You know what you do? You go, ah, God, no, you piece of shite, off. You shove them off and they run away. And a few minutes later, they'll be just licking their paws and staring at you indifferently. Made me bleed to death. Yeah, I mean, she's actually technically a zombie now. Probably explains the smell. You don't punch a cat. You don't punt them, you don't strangle them, you don't throw things at them unless they're super soft and they want to play with the damn thing. Got a little ball, soft felt ball, whoop, that's fine. And else, fuck you. You don't do that to cats. You don't do that to dogs either.
Punch him like a human being.
No, but a little tap.
She go like this to him, like that.
Punch him right now.
See, that's what she does. Like that, people. That's not hurting him.
I went like this.
Yeah.
Oh no, no.
I went like
Oh.
that. That's all I did.
Now we
Fuck
finally
you.
reached the magnum opus of where their biggest disputes really come from.
Boo.
Now, in the
Drugs.
past, Leslie might have been a little bit too interested into Adderall and doing some methamphetamines. I mean, we've all been there before. We've gone through a party phase before, you know, staying up all night to party all day or whatever. I don't know what the saying is.
Wrong with me is I'm not Adderall and meth. It's making me go crazy. No sleep for.
Ah yes, meth. That'll be the perfect thing to mellow her out. Mellow, meth, it almost sounds similar.
Trying to get help it. We keep going back on it. Well, good night, Brian. Sorry, but then get off it.
I will. I sure do.
Or you're gonna be dead if you don't go off it.
But Leslie just can't catch a break here. His loving.
Like I said, this is so weird. I've watched so many of these videos over the years that it's just, this shit is actually not all that bad as far as hoarding and crap goes. Like, I saw way worse. That's a lot of streamers who have like severe depression when they do those video reveals. Hey, this is where I've been living for the past 7 years. And there's so much trash that not even the bugs are alive anymore. Like, the only thing you'll find is this emaciated husk of a cockroach.
Fiance just slam dunks on him and says, I'd like a man who has all of his teeth. Yeah, I like those pearly whites, baby. Disregard the fact that my teeth are completely missing and my voice is all fucked up because of it. Got peanut butter stuck at the top of my mouth. Ignore all that, alright?
I actually think she sounds more like she's been huffing the back of like car exhausts.
I expect better out of my men.
Crystal, fuck Crystal Barbie Station.
No, don't ever say that. I'll hit you in the head with
Hit
my
me.
phone.
Hit me, I don't care anymore. Because they're bullying me. That's not nice of you. You know I'm not a fucking drunkie.
Look at your tooth. I like them.
I might have drugged you. Yes, that's a normal thing. You know, like, hey, okay, I'll admit it. I ate your snacks, okay? I thought there was more, so I grabbed one. I didn't think about it. I know, I'm sorry. Listen, I'll go up to the store first thing in the morning and get plenty more, okay? And then, you know, she'll just look at her phone and go, whatever, it's fine. No. Those aren't normal fights with couples. Real couples wonder that they might have drugged you. The jury's out.
but you don't have that ebbing from a court like your goddamn
I know,
chip.
but I like
ain't-
my men with all good teeth.
You don't have to worry about me no more. You think I'm a drug guy? Just go home.
You are a drug addict, and you're a drug addict.
And
You're both drug addicts.
even when he is certain, I've just been scrounging up bottle caps downstairs. I've just been picking up buds of cigarettes. Gross fucking Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Disgusting.
Hey, Ricky, find any good ones? What? Yeah, like you guys never smoked a bud, eh? Oh, look at Ricky smoking cigarette butts. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of your TV show, and I'm sick of you, and I'm sick of everybody. Moving to Toronto.
She can't believe him. And he
I have to
just wants
rewatch
be a
that
good
show.
boy. He just wants
I haven't
to
seen
be
it
a
in
good
years.
boy. All he's ever wanted to do is prove that he's an okay person and that he's not truly a druggie. He can reform his life. Why won't you guys believe him? All right?
Well, here's the thing. Meth, actually any drug, usually requires money. Why not stop taking the drugs and start saving the money to do something? Then we'll believe you.
Leslie, you can change this around.
That's like the same way Cobes goes on about how he's not a drunk while he's either pissed off that he's not drinking or he's drinking. Compare that to, say, me, who when I get drunk on stream, I'm like, I love getting drunk. And now I love my tea and my coffee. I can just fucking own this shit.
He says he don't do drugs anymore. I don't believe what he says. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. No, you're not. No, you're not. In fact, I feel he's more in danger of you than you are of him. You seem mentally unstable. He just seems like a bog standard junkie.
Let me in now. What are you doing? They said that you're doing
No, I
drugs.
wasn't. I was being a good boy.
Let me see what's in your pockets
Nothing.
now. Anything
No,
there.
see my phone.
Why do they say but
See, here, go ahead.
Yeah, she's gonna give him a fucking cavity search.
I'm smoking cigarette buds.
Well, let's-
They're liars because they're scandalous
I don't like
people.
druggies.
Okay, you know I'm not a druggie.
I'm calling the cops
Don't,
now.
You know I changed. Don't, I'm a better person.
This is so bad. It's not just that they're both fucking junkies and lunatics, it's that they're both autistic as well. It's like this trifecta of just brokenness. And then they film it all. It makes me wonder, is there worse people out there who don't film themselves?
Believe in them for
Because
why?
they're saying it's Leslie outside doing
No,
drugs.
you told me to go outside and find a couple of cigarette
Where
butts.
did you go at? They're gonna call the cops.
No, they won't. All I did.
I hate the way she threatens. Oh, that would trigger me so much. The way she's like, I'm calling the police. I'll call my friends for help.
All I did went all the way down there looking for cigarette butts. That's all I did. And talked to
I
the
would
guy.
actually force her to do it. I would outright force her to do it. I would force them to come. And then it's all recorded. Everything. Actually, I would call the police. But I wouldn't tell her. She'd leave, and when she came back later, the police would be there. And we'd have a long conversation about everything she did wrong. And then they take her away.
Don't swear on my YouTube live. People are gonna do
Okay,
something.
I'm sorry. Then tell them to quit accusing me, please. I'm not a druggie. Never been.
Not a
And now it's starting to
junkie.
reach the point of how do we end up like this, right? Yeah, sure. There's
He also looks like that
situations of-
weird-headed motherfucker who plays chess that Seth often goes after. He's the one who like broke his computer at one point. He's like a really big streamer.
mistrust and drug usage, and that can obviously put a
The
strain
Mountain
into a
Dew,
relationship.
yeah.
But why is Leslie always so afraid?
Yeah, they
of
just
Crystal?
throw all
Why
this
won't
shit on
he
this
just
bed.
leave? Well, it might have something to do with her out of control egomaniac lifestyle.
Bow, bow.
Now, for someone built like a Goron from Zelda,
I was actually thinking of Gamoran from Star Wars.
You would
But I think a
that there
Goron would be
a little
better.
bit more humility built into Crystal's life. Lifestyle, but no, that's never gonna happen. She's claimed that she is so much smarter than everyone in the past, including her own mother. She thinks she's flexing that on the haters, like
Oh, she's doing what Jessica and Shani did. Both of them can't stand their mothers. Alright, palette break, and then we'll go back to this guy for another 10 minutes, and then we do it. Yeah, we already looked at this. So we'll move on to... What's this? No context memes. Always a good sign. Oh, this is brilliant. Kelsey's trying to act sober, she won't get cut off.
Let's have a conversation. Oh yeah, great.
Help if I hire it.
Let's have a conversation. Oh
yeah,
great.
And when she says it, she's like, yeah, but she turns her head. She doesn't even acknowledge that her friend, who's literally facing her, filming her. Look at her eyes. They're like they're painted on. And I don't mean the makeup. She's so drunk. She's in that stage now where she actually can't do much in the way of conversations. She's just kind of like, meh. That end there. That ending is brilliant. Yeah, I'm safe to drive. You can give me my keys back now. Then we can watch one of those body cam videos. I'm like, do you know who my dad is? He can make and break you, motherfucker. Oh, this is wild. Oh yeah, that's 100. Yeah, that is pure plaster, Reno. This, on the other hand, is some nightmare bone totem Pennywise, not Pennywise, fucking Fraggle Rock shit. So somebody made a Robo-Dog that just looks all the wrong angles of the Uncanny Valley. You know? Uncanny Valley? Uncanny Valley. And as I said to Girly when she posted this, it looks like Moses from the same factory that made Moses from Bone Totem. It's really off-putting. And the weirdest thing is, like, I'd feel sorry for it because, you know, it's trying to appeal to us, but then those fucking legs, man. Easter praise for evil animals in circuses. Some circuses are implementing these two tricks, lesser animals. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a useful thing. It's just, Jesus. That is weird. It can't shit on the rug. Like, there's a lot of benefits to having a robo pet or no robo animal doing stuff that a regular animal might end up dying over. It's just, why the fuck does it look like this? Speaking of things that don't quite match up with the theme, before we go back to Shani and Rev, here's an anti-Trump parade in Italy that ironically makes them look badass as fuck. Look at this shit! I got copyrighted if we keep that up. Like, Fucking hell, the effort that went into this. Holy shit. Also, can I just say how much I absolutely adore that 40K is becoming so mainstream now? Like, so many people are getting into 40K where, like, I've been a fan since the 90s, and I've got a stack of 40K books right here on my table. I'm giving them over to a friend in a couple of weeks. Let's see, I got What Price Victory, Status Dead Zone, 13 Legion, Lord of Night. Now this is a good one. This is a very good one. Probably the best book written about the Night Lords ever. What are these ones? Farseer, Eye of Terror, the first 40K book I ever read. William King's Farseer, not a bad one. And the Inquisitor War trilogy, all in one. I have no idea how much this is actually worth. That could be anything from £5 to 100, but I don't really care. Like, I don't need the money, but they want to set up their 40K library, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, go for it. Some of these are out of print. It's actually pretty awesome, isn't it? And I like how it's got all the tweets coming out of it. It's so well made. I was there, I couldn't believe my eyes. Look at this shit. Like, you could almost say it's AI, but there's... Like, here's the thing. I've seen the anti-Trump blimps that were around London. Those were obviously anti-Trump. This is satire done wrong. It looks too cool. I mean, look at this fucking Space Marine Trump right there. Ironically enough, you wouldn't see this be done in the name of the Emperor in 40K because it would be seen as blasphemous. It would just be symbols and representations of him. There are holograms of the Emperor, though, so I'm picturing the Emperor appearing like, you know, Godzilla, whenever they do... No, not Godzilla. Oh, it's the band. Gorillaz. They began with G. When they do their tours, and it's all like 3D stuff like Tupac. I imagine the Emperor appears like that. But that is just fucking dope. Love how it's rotating underneath there. The effort went into it. And all this was like, fuck Trump. I'm sorry, buddy, but Trump fans are idiots. You kind of missed the point here. Anyway, let's just see what this is.
Come with me.
Museum in Tokyo tells you to take your shoes off. You dip in water and play like child again. You are now one with the artwork. Ooh. Imagine taking shrooms going here. Oh, you would either have the best time or the worst time depending on your state of mind. Oh, this is like the Sphere in Vegas. I still love the Sphere so much. I'd actually love to do that right now. Just walk in some cold water. Jump on a big bouncy thing. I wouldn't like that. That would be a little creepy. I'd be terrified of walking into something. Walk around, what's a treacle? An ooze. The Sphere room, the orb room? Okay. It's a big hologram room. It's fucking cool. Yeah, if you were taking something heavy, if you were taking whatever crystal and Leslie were taking, oh yeah, no. Or even Rev here. Yeah, the aesthetic is one of the best things about it, because in the 80s when 40K was made, it was never trying to be serious. In the 90s, it started getting the idea in its head to be a little serious. Just a smidge. Making it grimdark. And I mean grimdark. And over time it became this super serious, everything is horrible, blah, blah, blah. Which actually kind of put me off. Because you can't do that day in, day out, every day. But after a while, like the setting, it just becomes this most metal of things. Whether it be the Imperium with all like the Gothic shtick and the Baroque stuff, or say the Mechanicus with its body horror-esque robotics, or Chaos, which is literally body horror. You know, like, it works on a lot of levels. It gets really creative. And I think that's one reason why once it started hitting wider audiences, people hooked onto it. But it'll never be like Star Wars. It'll never be like Star Trek. It'll never be like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or any of the, or Marvel, because those are much more simplistic, and simplistic tends to work best. 40K is anything but simplistic. But just on the surface level, you can look at it and play a game like Bolt Gun, kill demons, praise the Emperor. All right, I can fucking do that. I don't need to know the Horus Heresy or how many centuries it must take to become a Space Marine, or the whole lore of 40,000 years leading from now to then. You know, I don't need to know all that. You can if you want to. Like I said, I've got a stack of these fuckers right here. I used to have like 2 whole shelves of them. This is all that's left. Like it's a great Zen. It's just, my God. It's not for the faint of heart if you want to go in. If you want to read on Lord of the Rings, well, you read The Hobbit, and then you read Lord of the Rings. That's it. After that, you can read the Silmarillion if you want. You want to know about Star Wars? Watch the first, the original films. If you really want to, watch the prequels. If you really want to, start watching the shows. But if you just watch the films, you know all that matters. So that's all that you need to know about. Those ones are best because they're not so complicated. I feel like that when looking at comic book stuff. I never really got into comic books, so but I like hearing about the stories. I like watching the shows. I like playing the occasional game. But I've never actually really sat down and read a comic series. I think I've read more manga than I've read comics, honestly. That's weird. Anyway.
Like, he got shit on, and they treated him worse because he was the son of the president. Like, we have to make sure he gets his punishment. He's just a drug addict, and he was engaged in reckless stuff, and you guys dox him and then revenge porn him. MTG should be sued by him for...
Yeah, that's true, but here's the thing. They stopped revenge porning him when he owned up to it. And he actually was like wielding a massive fucking hog. Like if he was wielding a little peckerwood, a rev peckerwood, if you will, something tells me that they would still be posting pictures of it. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a perfect example of why America needs better mental health. Because she's literally in office right now, and something tells me, as we speak, she is somewhere gnawing at like some cables, like a fucking rat.
Porn, revenge porn. That girl is fine with me. Hey, what's up, Chubby Yusa?
Chubby Yusa. Is that Shani in the background?
There anything you need? Not really. Look. God bless you. You want to do anything. If you want to send food or whatever, cool. You want to donate, our donation links, our addresses are in our description.
Only reason they stream now. The only reason they stream at all is so that they can get donations. So they can buy Shani food. That's it. Nothing else matters. Just buy Shani snack food.
My husband, Ted, needs prayers. He's becoming too much for me to bear alone. Can I get your blessing? Yeah, absolutely, Corolla.
Oh, shit.
You got my word on that.
It's sadness all the way down.
The peace of the Lord Jesus will come and heal him, and he'll stop being
Jesus, sponsored by Reese's Pieces.
Because we know males can be that way.
We
Your
know
famous
males can. Just because you're dressed like a fucking SJW pink hair doesn't make you one, okay? That requires a lot of talking to trans girls about how cool trains are and Warhammer, alright? You got a long way to go. What's your opinion on Invincible?
I get away with anything. Prayers your way for 10th. Mike, you're getting the prayers of Michael Myers here, you know.
How
Michael
many fire
Myers been
teams
through
do
a
you
lot,
have?
And he's praying for you. Yeah, you could DM, absolutely. Absolutely. You could DM.
I wonder if he thinks he looks cool at this point.
It seems to me, it's hard for me to pray because I don't have a soul. You know, Michael, you know, a lot of stuff have gone on in your life. But,
That's a troll comment if I ever heard one. I always see a soul as like a patchwork that you've made yourself over your life. And you start weaving it from the moment you're born and it's finished the moment you're dead. And it's basically you. It's this sort of, I was here, here's the scrapbook of my life, and that's your soul.
you still got hope, man. You're still.
So I got a
breathing,
soul,
apparently.
technically, but it's just
they
not
thought they killed you so
magical.
many times, Michael.
It's
It's
just
unbelievable.
atheism.
Put you in a wood chipper the last time, right? Is that right, Mike?
What about wood chippers?
Mike, Jamie, she put you into a frickin' no, sorry. Lori fed you into a wood chipper this last time. I DM'd a few days ago. Okay, I'll look for a chubby dubby. I saw that snackery. After I'm done, I will go and say hi.
You know, I never see them in other people's chats anymore. They used to, like, appear in people's chats or try to communicate with other people. I don't get it. Like, hell, I'm really glad I missed the era when they used to send porn to, they sent one to Shabisky of those two railing, and I think to Ben Pie and Billy the Fridge. Oh, and Pimp Monk. They sent it to Pimp Monk. Fuck.
Oh yeah, this is I want to drop this one, and this is a gift to the Democrats, really. All right, I'm gonna give.
Rev is about to guarantee Biden wins the election.
Give this video.
They have the all-important Rev vote.
I'm gonna give this video to Ben Mysalis, the Midas Touch guys.
Yes?
I give a shout out to Midas Touch, okay? I would say that if we're gonna talk about like where the country needs to go.
Ah, yes. Domestic correspondent. Revelation News.
I don't want to offend too many.
Already off to a bad start.
But the fact of the matter is, I am a guy that voted for Donald Trump in 2016. And really, I really supported him hardcore in 2016.
You don't say.
He lost me by 2020, mainly due to the George Floyd situation.
Individual.
But Midas Touch, Ben or Jordy or Brett or who even Cohen, whatever. Cohen, I love you, dude. Michael Cohen's pretty awesome, and he's my type of guy.
I know these
He'll say
names,
fuck,
but
and it should be. Okay, it ain't against God. Shanny's over here relaxing.
well, she's more like gestating. Did you ever see Blade with Pearl, the fat vampire that couldn't move? That just had like. Originally, they were gonna have like dead children just scattered around her. That's what Shani is.
Don't let haters get to you. They just don't understand the struggles of people like us. Thank you, Snackery. Can't keep a good man down. That's right. Okay. I'll give Shani a hug for you, absolutely, Corella. Everybody's loving on you over here, honey. They're wanting to give you love. I really love that. Because she needs it, man.
Oh, yes,
The
yes.
main part of this whole thing.
Shani is the real victim of your life. Not you in any way, shape, or form. Definitely not your children. No, it's Shani who needs love and support.
I want some colored light. I won't strobe it. That's not going to happen. Not that, not that. Not that. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, we'll do that. O-ring lighting. Okay, so.
Why not get yourself a basic bitch computer and start fucking with filters like I do?
Black nail polish on your nails too. Cool, Chubby. I painted these ones to be deliberate. Okay, these ones. These are these to trigger people that would say that I'm satanic.
What? No one thinks you're satanic. Everyone thinks that you're fucking creepy and grody and sad. And if you were satanic, cool. That means you've got a bit of personality. I will say they look better than Cobes's, because Cobes's just decay so quickly.
That's just to make them laugh. Which of Trump's policies?
Where are they
persuaded
living
you to vote for-
nowadays? If I remember right, after they got booted out from their last place, sorry about the yawn. Getting pretty late in the evening. If I remember right, they are living in one of their uncles' or brothers' houses. I think they're trying to deal with Shani's health. Now, I'm not nearly as much of an expert as Mango is, or say, Drag. But I'll probably find out next week when we have Mango on. When we have a few drinky drinks. I asked her to bring over some Shani and Rev shit so we can get all the nitty gritty. That'll be pretty dope. But yeah, I think they're just, they could be also be, I think they're just like house sitting, or they're just couch sitting right now, like they got nowhere to sleep. But it's better than sleeping out in the street anyway, or in the flop houses. The real question is though, how long will it last? Because their days of receiving vast quantities of money are long gone.
Fuck the New World Order. I'm sitting next to Dissection Bro right now and we're watching you. Hey, okay, cool. Do the red light for evil, Rev. I don't do evil, you know.
I only play one on TV.
I am a peace and love guy. I've always been that way.
No, you haven't. You made a fucking I'm going to kill you G-Man video not too long ago while wearing a jacket that was like what was the jacket? It was something like a crew jacket from something. Whatever.
I like when I listen to a song, like I would analyze it, right? And I listened to some, like Ghost, and I was like, they weren't really singing anything satanic or anything. It was
he looks more junky than the junkie in this one.
Like, follow me into the moonlight. And that's, you guys probably...
He's way more tweakerish.
Evil Rev now.
Ooh,
I'm
I know
doing
what we
all
could
right,
watch
buddy.
after once we're done with the when we need our break. We can check in on Walter Fate and see the Reddit videos.
How are you? But it's I listen to the lyrics and it's like it's not evil. It's kind of like, you know, it's like it could be just like a makeout song or something. Follow me into the moonlight and we'll, you know, make out in the woods or something.
Words have no meaning. No sane Satanist or Diabolist or anyist believes that it's real. It's a state of being. It could be even like a form of meditation, but mostly it's a philosophy, and fuck you to religious people. And that includes the songs. There's no demons, there's no magic, the world is way blander. It sucks. Why fiction is so important. It gives us a chance to create worlds that are cooler. And one of those fictions is a little thing called the Bible.
But the underpin, I knew nothing about. You're looking a lot better than you did last week. Well, thank you, Zachary.
He says that while he's got dribble coming down his mouth.
You know, my mind is pretty good, and yeah, I got coffee. I'm feeling pretty good. Fought the New World Order. Yeah, that isn't a policy, but okay. I never heard Trump say anything about that. He was like anti-establishment. That's what I mean.
He was one of the most established people in any place he went to, because he was a billionaire that backed shit. He was always establishment. Drain the swamp. Didn't work, did it?
He seemed anti-establishment, but the truth is that he's just the King Mason. I'm great, thank you. Relaxing outside, working on my
Freemasons,
IP9.
right?
Nice. Good for you, Butters. Here we go. So that, yeah, he was literally like Hillary Clinton, put her in jail. Yeah, I agree. He got in office. No, I'm not going to do that. Well,
he couldn't do that because he's spineless and he was toothless. Most presidents will make these claims that they're going to do this and do that when they get into office. No. Bernie, had he, God bless that alternate timeline, had he gone in, would he have been able to do half the things that he said he was going to? Probably not. But he would have fucking tried.
It'll be bad for the country.
Why is he moving like
that
this?
Slogan at every fucking rally. Build the wall. Build the wall. Lock her up. Lock her up.
Build the wall.
Go
didn't
get
work.
Hillary Clinton. You're in office. I'm not going to do it.
No, of course not.
What do I think of Trump now? I think he's a Mason, first and foremost, and he's playing the game. He'll tell.
Everyone needs an excuse rather than just accepting the fact that he was wealthy and influential. That's it. He played you all while we pointed and laughed. The greatest thing that Trump did was fail at his promises. And now he's probably, as we're speaking, sitting in one of his many court cases. There won't be a debate on TV. There won't be a fucking the campaign ads will be done by other people. Most likely there'll be these wildly schizophrenic ad campaigns that just talk about like how Biden, rather than Biden's policies, it'll be all Biden is the devil and blah blah blah. And all the while, even the most hardcore Republican, usually elderly, are like, yeah, but what about my medical bills to keep going higher? Yeah, but these woke liberals want to put same-sex bathrooms in all your schools. Yeah, but why are my taxes going up? And they were going up starting under Trump. They were actually better under Obama. Oh, yeah. The Mexicans at the border.
You have truths and full truths and push really shit that sounds so good. But he's a plant. He's like a bomb. He's like an unblown up bomb.
He's like one of the numerous things that Shani does in the bathroom that I have to clean up. And I mean that, by the way. He actually does wipe her ass. He can't wipe her ass anymore.
In Vietnam. Okay, it's like the American
he was he was a terrible leader. Obama was at best a middling leader. Biden is at best a slightly worse middling leader, or slightly better middling leader, but none of them are good. And if you want to go back and back and back, I hate to say it, but the last president that really got shit done was Reagan. It wasn't good things, but he fucking did them. The last time that a president got good things done, and I hate to say it, was Lyndon Johnson. Like, Lyndon Johnson is not the most beloved president, but maybe he should be. You gotta force through civil rights? Oh, what was it, the Kennedys? No. When they were alive, the Kennedys didn't do jack shit. They were better off as martyrs, honestly. Nah, there's... like... a president has to be defined by his deeds. That's why the greatest presidents are like FDR, Lincoln, Washington, and Teddy Roosevelt. That's because they got shit done. If you become president, you're meant to move fucking mountains. You're the most powerful person on the planet. Instead, it's all just... nowadays...
that landed but didn't explode, and it's waiting there.
All the while, they're waiting for the next election. The second they get into office, they immediately are thinking
my idea policy is different
of the next election.
No, I know what you mean, policy. If you want a policy specifically, let's get the stream to 30 viewers. Thank you, Snackery. Bless you. Thank you. Trust me, if Shani were able to succeed on Twitch, she right now would be live with an audience of 30.
Wait, is he going to say 30,000 or 30 people?
30,000 people or something.
30,000 people on Twitch watching right now. Okay. No one would have watched Shani for the sex stuff. Let's just make that abundantly clear. Even if you're into the most chubbiest of chubbies, even if you're Teddy Ruxpin, okay? Shani is no longer rotund. She has transcended that. So unless you're into some wildly fat booty, you're going to be there for the gameplay. But why would anyone come if you don't look like you're having a good time? My best streams are everyone that makes me laugh, and I've laughed more than once on this stream, so I call this my best stream. It's as simple as that. I don't do it for the clout, the networking, or the money. I do point out that that donation goal is above me. Streamlabs, and given, greatly appreciated. I do remind people to like, share, and subscribe. I do remind people to check out Twitch, Twitter, Discord. But who cares? I like doing this. If Shani liked streaming, ironically enough, she'd be more successful. But whenever she streamed, whenever she'd play a game like, say, Stardew Valley, it would just result in these people who would just come in and mock and shame her. Well, that's because of your history, motherfucker. You deserve it. But you know what you do? You work around that. You make it your own. No lolcow can ever fucking accept this. Emo, Born, Brett. Actually, I take that back. Buff Corell. No, Buff Corell's not a lolcow. No, I can't think of a single lolcow that just Cobes, Christian, Cyrax, Jared. God, there's a lot of them. That diaper guy who's here in the suggestions. Andy Ditch. You know what? We're actually going to open this and watch a little bit of this. We'll trifecta it. Alright? Oh, this is a struggle to get through.
Like
the struggle to get through this. No.
Maybe 20K, maybe more than 20K. I don't know.
He looks like a lesbian Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Okay. I gotta check that shit out later. Oh, hell yeah, I'll be watching that tomorrow. I know he gets a bit of a bad rap, but I actually really do enjoy Nostalgia Critic. Usually first thing in the morning when my brain is focusing, it's almost like Saturday morning cartoons in that regard. Or like the news. You wake up in the morning and your eyes are just kind of refocusing. You're not really thinking too much. Like the way Family Guy clips can just be kind of fire and forget for the brain. Are they good? Not really. But do they work? Yeah. Like Wonder Bread. Sometimes you just eat a little bit of Wonder Bread. What the fuck is this? Tries to talk to you, but ends up spilling 20 hot black coffees on her face and goes blind. What? What?
Coming for your usual, huh?
What the fuck?
It'll be right out for you. Just finishing this big order. Someone ordered like 20 medium black coffees, piping hot.
I've got a feeling she's gonna scream.
Huh? Oh, no. It's no problem. It can't be that heavy to carry all of them at once. All right. Okay. I just have to carry it to the... Whoa!
Jesus Christ!
My eyes! I'm blind!
That'll be $5,000, please. What the fuck was that? Boyfriend drops 15 metal pipes ASMR. One thing I like about ASMR, the jokey ASMR stuff, is that it's ridiculous and it circumvents it. But some of these are like really telling and creepy. Like, it's like those people who like girls who are like amputated and shit. It's a bit weird, man. Speaking of a bit weird.
If you could have a dinner party with any 3 historical figures, who would they be and what would you serve for dinner?
Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, and John Wayne Gacy. And they'd be eating me.
Okay.
They'd be eating me out, eating my booty hole like a fried circle of calamari.
Would you introduce any chaotic elements into the meal?
I like that the 3 most prominent serial killers eating me is not chaotic enough for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what more?
No
do you want?
napkins.
Oh no! I've gotten all this. Oh God, is there an ambulance outside? Oh shit! Hang on, folks. I need to see if something's happened to one of my neighbors. Dark to tell. But it's up at the same house where, one time on stream, I went, oh, sorry guys, I'll be right back. And when I came back, I said, something happened to one of my neighbors. And sure enough, he had died. His funeral was like a few days later, and it was like a big black tarpaulin at the front of it, and a huge row of people paying respects. It's the same house. I don't know who moved in after the fact. They could be next door to them or across the street, and that's just where they're parked. I don't think it's an ambulance, actually. I don't know what that is. Just a bunch of emergency lights. Weird. Anyway, that's a bit off-putting. Anyway. Yeah, let's get some Walter Fate up in here. Don't do Fate, Walter. It's Fatal Walter. It's Fatal Walter. He's someone that I watched that's starting to come to an end now. At least in his older form. Oh, they still got Lucas Werner shit. Alright.
Hey everyone, this is Walter and I'm back.
I do love me some Walter. He was fun having on. I think he thinks that we only ever have him on when we want to have a drink, and he stopped drinking as much. And I'm just thinking, like, hey, why don't we kind of convince him that, like, that's not actually what we normally do. It's kind of a rare occurrence. It's why I'm hyping up Mango being on.
Here with more posts I found on Reddit. I'm really running out of material, but today we're once again talking about nice guys. Men who think that opening doors is related to chivalry. Anyway, let's get into it with Nice Guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys, of course. This first one is called Screenshots of an Ex-Friend Guilt-Tripping Me for Not Feeling the Same Way About Him. What a nice guy. That is obviously not the virtue claim, but I think this guy still belongs here. Yeah, we don't know everything about each other, but I want to know more, and you say that you would be too much for me, but how do you know? Also, it's not that my view would be opposing yours. It would just be different. I feel like the connection we had was rare, and not just nothing, and I don't want to just let it go. I hear you and I empathize with how you feel. But you don't
I'm sorry, that does not sound like how human beings talk. I know some people try to... Wasn't there this trend a few years ago of people trying to, like, talk very... How to put this? Medically? Like, trying to talk like psychobabble? And it was just very disingenuous. Like, just say what you feel. Oh, I feel like you lied to me. Okay, how did I lie to you? Because you cheated on me? Oh. Yes, but how does that make your id feel, not your ego?
feel the same. I feel like to you our connection was insignificant. Please don't tell me how I feel. Our connection can be significant and meaningful to me, but that doesn't mean that I think a relationship is a good idea.
True.
Ugh, breaks my heart to read this stuff. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I want you to be happy and fulfilled. Hey, thinking about you right now.
Ah, that's what you want. A wall of text. Always
sad
good.
About how you could never see yourself with me. Somehow, no matter how hard I try, I'm never enough, lol. I wish I could see you again. Had my first day at a new job today. Tired and kinda sore, but can't sleep because I can't get you off my mind. Am I over-romanticizing you inside my head?
Yes, you already gave your answer. By the way, I'm dropping Rev because I don't have enough energy for all three of these because I want to test out Diaper Boy for a little bit. Say 10 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll watch Walter here. Then we'll watch another 10 minutes of Crystal. And then we'll try 10 minutes of Diaper Boy.
I don't think so. I never had feelings for a girl before, like I had/have for you. I still remember when we were together so clearly, making fun of the weird shirts at Kohl's. Jumping into the freezing cold beach with you and putting on weird radio stations in the car, lol. Do you remember our first date? We were supposed to go to the beach or the mall or something, but instead we just went to the top of the blank and just talked, and kissed. It was so cold up there, but being with you made me so warm. Do you remember how there was 3 shooting stars, but only you saw them and I missed all of them? I think I was distracted by your beauty, haha.
This was written by a 14-year-old or an AI, wasn't it?
That night was amazing. Anyways, I hope you're doing good and feeling good, and thanks for reading my word vomit if you made it this far, lol. He's trying to grasp onto that one time they kissed, I guess. I really don't feel like sending these messages is going to help him out of the friend zone. And her not wanting to date him makes him feel insignificant? What, like her friends are nothing? What you're feeling sounds really difficult to deal with and navigate, and I empathize that you are going through a hard time. Just because I don't see us being compatible in a romantic relationship does not mean you are not enough. Everyone has intrinsic worth, and I hope you find yours. It would be actual self-betrayal and cruel to you to enter a relationship when I know that we are not compatible. You answered your own question. You are over-romanticizing me. You have built me up in your head and put me on this pedestal when you and I don't really know each other all that well. I understand, and I have done that as well, but the way you see me is not the entire truth of reality.
I won't lie, I've done that to women in my past, and women have done that to me. The trick, of course, the difference was I did that when I was like fucking my teens to my early 20s. Gotta stop doing that when you realize that no one deserves to be on a pedestal, including you. Like, it's not that complicated to not idolize someone. You just remember that every single person you've ever thought about in a sexual way or romantic way has had explosive diarrhea. I mean, close to the ambulance being called. They need a saline packet afterwards. And you know why? Because someone thinks you are super duper hot and you've had explosive diarrhea, haven't you? They're just people. Same goes for like movie stars and fucking like world leaders that actually did good. Scientists that cured diseases and religious leaders who actually existed. Like your favorite whatever, they're all just people. They're people who did good or at least important things.
I do remember all of those memories fondly, and I hear that it's difficult for you to find someone that you connect with in a deep and substantial way. You deserve someone who wants to be with you with full certainty in their mind, and unfortunately that is not me. Just because that is not the case does not mean I don't appreciate the time we have spent. I want you to do well, want you to be happy, but I feel as though I have told you how I felt over and over, and you don't get it.
No, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Because of my sleep pattern's been actually really good as of late. All my snacks are eaten. I had a lovely day out. I had lovely dinner, even if it was a little on the bland side. Don't get the chicken Big Mac. It's very mid. But do eat the super spicy chicken fillets up at the petrol station around the corner from here. They're actually really good. Oh, and I did like the banoffee thing you got in McDonald's. That was pretty good. Oh, it was biscotti. It's like a biscotti frap. Is it really, really good? But anyway, yeah, like there's no point to labor it. So I wasn't going to stream on Sunday, but because we've got our watch party on Sunday. Instead, I will stream on Sunday. So we'll just watch something on Sunday. Just have everyone pop in whenever they feel like. So we'll just watch the end of Walter and then we'll go back to watching what we were watching before. Yeah.
It feels a bit dehumanizing, because men always build me up in their heads to be this thing that will save them, and I cannot save you. Yes. I can only try to be a kind and supportive friend. I'd like to be your friend, but if you will always see me as something else, and it's painful to be my friend, really. I'm not really sure if friendship is possible. Okay, he has to give up after that, right?
Right.
He doesn't have to agree, but that was a lot of really clear words to let him know that she knows what he's up to, and they're not really as close as he thinks they are. Well, he's not quite done guilt-tripping yet. I do get it.
They never are.
I know that you don't want a relationship with me in that way, but there's something inside me that tells me to not just give up. I don't want you to save me. I don't need saving.
Yes, you do.
At this point, I feel like I'm just annoying you, and I'm sorry for throwing this on you. I'm just venting about how I'm sad about how you will never like me as much as I like you. Are you talking to anyone right now? I have worth, but not enough to make you like me. I have worth, but not enough to make you like me. That's great, but I think it's a bit too long for my video title. I hear ya. I don't really know how to help you process these difficult emotions. You have worth and value, regardless if I want to be with you or not. I hope you can do some soul searching and feel content within yourself.
Yeah.
I have been on a couple dates with someone. I am not really sure what I need right now, and I'm figuring that out. I thought so. I am content with myself, but that doesn't mean I can't have a desire for a connection with someone else.
That's not the point of being content. Like, you don't have to have one or the other, and you know that, but by saying that, why can't you focus on someone else? Like, why can't you focus... Also, you can't be content if you're just idolizing someone. Because how can you want something so bad but also can't have it and then call yourself content? You are literally describing the thing that's missing from your heart. Validation, basically. He's looking for validation from this poor woman who does not deserve it, does not deserve the pressure that he's putting her on. Fuck that noise.
Okay, I'm glad. It's best for you to form a reciprocal connection with someone else. I feel as though if you cared about me the way you claim you do, you would want me to be happy and trust that I know what's best for me.
Yeah.
I do care about you and want you to be happy. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with these feelings that I have for you. Fuck my life. I am going through a lot right now and feel pretty overwhelmed by this convo and life in general. I am not sure how healthy this communication has been. I think I'm going to take some space. I hope you take care of yourself, and feel free to reach out if you think we can have a healthy friendship. She's like, fuck it, I give up. He's not going to stop trying no matter how many paragraphs I use to implore him to.
Yeah.
But he feels like this could still be a romantic comedy, I guess. That's the worst part. You just think I have an unhealthy infatuation with you. No one cares about my feelings.
Oh god, here we go. If this was the 70s, there would be a forced love relation, like a love, basically they'd fall in love, and it would be done in this really romantic style, but in reality he would be incredibly clingy and possessive, and he wouldn't stop. Like, there's one thing about being forward and showing a woman that you care enough. You know, maybe be upfront, but in the right time, in the right place, after really getting to know her. Don't pressure her. But, stuff like that. But at the same time, and it works reverse too. Guys don't like to get that. They don't like to get dogpiled. Like the way Jessica acts around Cobes. Oh my god, that would put me off in an instant. She's so needy. But she, like, women like her, guys like this, they do a lot better by just being chill and being friends with these women first. And not for the ending of getting laid, of her falling in love with you. Just be friends with them for the sake of being friends. Get to know them. And you'll find, hell, it's that quote from Barney in The Simpsons, you know? What you're feeling is a physical attraction. Talk to the woman and you'll find you have nothing in common. You know, like it's that, but in an even deeper way. Find the things you have in common. And then ask yourself, is this the same person you had in your head? The answer is probably no. If she is, maybe she is fucking amazing. Which is terrible, because then you have to still go ahead and try to hit on her. Or at least ask her out. Again, right time, right situation will come up. And then she'll probably turn around and say thanks, but no thanks. And at that point, congratulations, you still have a friend. Not that complicated.
You and everyone else thinks I'm just pathetic or delusional for feeling like this. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna wallow in my depression.
You've been doing that since the start of the video.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have these feelings for you. I never meant to disrespect your feelings.
Don't
or your
disrespect
relationship.
me, little man.
I'm sorry for falling in love with you. Sorry for falling in love with you might work as the title.
Yeah.
Kid, how did you and Mum get together? Dad, oh son, it was so romantic. I fancied your mum, but she didn't want a relationship with me. So I made her feel horrible about it every day until she eventually gave in and we got married. Now I completely control her, because I know if she does anything I don't like, I could just guilt trip her into oblivion and change her mind. Isn't that right, honey? Wife stares into distance. This guy says he's content with himself, but also he has no self-worth that she doesn't want to be with him.
Yeah, seriously. That is not how you endear yourself to another person. A lot of these people say that, like, they hate that men who have money and jobs and take care of their bodies get women while they don't. Doesn't that imply that you don't have any of those things? You know how I get girls? By being fun. And being a little tall. That's... Oh, and I suppose being Irish when I'm over in America, that doesn't work over here. In fact, that really doesn't work over here. I do not do that well over here. Even though I'm going on like another date with this woman pretty soon, so fingers crossed. But like that, like you don't just dogpile someone. You don't guilt them. You don't browbeat them. You don't obsess over them. You just approach them as a person. And you know, when the time is right, if the opportunity's there, just go right now and ask them. They can only say no to you. I actually hooked up with a woman who I dated for a little bit, and it didn't work out. We only went on like 3 dates. We hooked up on the last one, but she was a friend of a friend, and she was hosting that friend's party. I was invited to it, and she said it was really awkward to me afterwards. Not like as an accusing, just sort of, well, this is awkward. I'm like, not have to be. We just weren't really good for each other. That's it. All you need.
Can both of those things really be true? God, I really loathe the sad sack routine. Why are his unrequited emotions your responsibility to deal with?
Yeah.
That's some level of delusion. Y'all kissed under stars and you didn't feel the same way. Blows my mind he still couldn't accept that. Maybe I'm just a jerk, but I think you were way too nice and mature in your responses to this dude. I would have taken the petty route and tore him a new one for not accepting no. How was dinner? Good morning, sexy. I can't wait to talk more today. I have a very busy day and rest of the week and honestly can't text much, but I'm going to be super upfront and say that while I think you're super sweet, this is a bit much and I don't think I'm in the space for this. This guy, he texts not only that night, but also first thing in the morning. How annoying. Then what do you have the ability to take on? I really like you, you're super hot, and I'd rather find out what we could do rather than nothing at all. Would you rather hooking up? Nothing stressful or committal, and just have fun with each other? Things just seemed really different yesterday, and I'd be bummed to not even be given a chance. No, I think that's the opposite of what I'd want. Hooking up online is to me like a very depressing thing, and feels very forced. I don't like doing that.
That's very judgy and weird. But okay, like, it's each their own. I don't mind. Like I've done it. It's very rare. I know other people who do it fairly on the regular. But it's not like my end goal. I don't have an end goal other than just have a good time.
They seemed nice, but not in the place to be getting this much attention. It's too much for me personally. I also, in all honesty, had a very good date last night, and don't like having multiple things going on at once for many reasons, but primarily because it's not fair to anyone. Haha, wow. I feel super played, having spent the entire day yesterday talking to you. Talking to you for our entire drive home, had talked about seeing you on Sunday, and you went out with someone else right after hanging up with me. I guess nice guys absolutely finish last.
I have never once felt jealous over a girl when I first met her going out trying hands with someone else, and the same with me in reverse. Oh wow, you're going out to see someone. Yeah, I went out to see someone. We're not dating. We've went out on a date.
You could say you're not in the space for this, but then follow it up saying you actually are in the space for this, just with someone else.
Yes.
You know, that does sound like a contradiction, but I think what actually happened here was that he wasn't getting that he was being rejected, so she said she found someone else as a more emphatic no. Whether it's true or not, this guy sounded, annoyingly obsessed, I guess. Okay, if you don't want a relationship, we can just hook up. Dude, that's not a consolation prize, that's an upsell. Would you like something stressful? Like an unstable, clingy stranger penetrating you? Hey, sexy. Okay, look, it's been one day and I don't like the way this is headed. Not really interested, thanks. Well, if you're not interested in a relationship, wanna just hook up? What part of initiating a conversation with "Hey, sexy" being the exact moment I was grossed out did you not understand? Wow, an entire day of talking and no reward in the form of a hookup? Emotional damage.
I had to put up with her talking about her hopes and dreams. What about my hopes and dreams of seeing her naked?
The OP says she already had the date planned before talking to this guy. No surprise there.
There.
Is this satire? Or is this genuine? If this is genuine, then wow, how truly sick. The girl clearly is not attracted to him and is just trying to let him down easily. Meanwhile, his complete lack of emotional intelligence means he is not picking up on that. And his lack of intelligence means he thinks you can debait a girl into liking you and wanting to spend time with you.
Hey, it works great online when you're talking about how the Armenian genocide didn't happen. You know, like... What? Relationships are just like what Ben Shapiro goes into a college campus.
Or owing you anything at all. I did X and therefore I deserve your time and body. He also lacks self-esteem, begging like a dog.
If he wants that, all he needs to do is take some money, go online, and find a hooker. That's it. That's all he needs to do. If all he wants is the...
Ugh, I bet he's fucking ugly as well. Yeah, he low-key wasn't cute honestly either. And these comments make me wonder even more why I wasted even 20 minutes of my time on a phone call with this man. You only did a phone call with him? You never met him in real life?
What?
Correct, this man is a total stranger.
Oh, wow.
I was assuming they had been on a date, but I guess not. Absolute madness. I would consider myself a separatist. As a child-free man, I literally have no need for...
Hey, I also support the goals of Count Dooku and General Grievous. You know, the Galactic Republic has been too harsh on its restrictions while providing nothing for the Outer Rim. And let's not even get started on the Jedi.
Females in my life, besides the NPCs I have to interact with on the daily. I don't hate women. I just don't feel like I should have to interact with them unless I choose to. And I only feel this way because of feminist. I'm not going...
Because of feminist, singular. If this guy's name starts with Ali or Ahmed, I'll be like, that makes sense. But more likely, it'll be... I don't know. He'll be like a 17-year-old little skinny boy from fucking... I don't know, Boise.
Going to become demonized because I have a dick and a pretty decent life. I somehow doubt the women in the world are going to be crying about this. She probably noticed she's going to hit the wall, and had a life of hookups and failed relationships, so she tried going back to a nice guy, that she thought he is weak. It's a common story.
It's a common story. That's how real stories work.
Yeah, too bad he didn't tell us what age he thinks the wall is. I'm sure it's a lot younger than I am. Anyone notice that girls only want to talk to you is when they want something in return?
I know women who do that, and I know men who do that. It's a tactic used by a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. It doesn't have to be just romantic. Also, there's nothing wrong with wanting something from someone else. How about their company? How about you slide into someone's DMs and ask them how their day is doing? Why? Because you want to enjoy the time spent with them. You know what I want from you guys? The algorithm. A good conversation in the chat. Maybe a little bit of money and subscriptions and all that good shit. Mostly I want to know that I have an audience that is right now living a good life? Are they drinking plenty of water? They eat healthier than me. I hope so. Today was my diet-free day, so I did kind of go a little bit on the lot of sodium today. Jesus. But I hope also, like me, you went outside. You got to experience the sun. And I hope you're going to go to bed at a reasonable hour like I am. Because I'm going to go to bed in 20 minutes.
For example, at my university, a girl wanted me to tutor her in math. I, of course, was excited and put aside my entire weekend to tutor her. When we met on campus for tutoring, the first thing she talks about is her boyfriend.
Okay.
I try to stay interested in what she was talking about, but on the inside it is a slap on the face. Of course you have a boyfriend who is 10 years older than you who has a nice job.
Cool.
How could I be so stupid to believe that my math experience was something that would excite a girl? I, of course, never tutored her after that.
I think if she mentioned her boyfriend, it's because you hit on her and she kind of was like, oh, no. Some women do tactically use their boyfriends or just claiming they have a boyfriend, usually because a guy is coming across as a creep factor, or even if he's not, she has dealt with it in the past. Usually people like this ruins it for the rest of us. Of course, I don't give a fuck if she's in her fucking 20s. There's a good chance I wouldn't find her all that interesting. That's not true. Maybe I'd be curious about what topic she'd be studying. And if it's math, boo!
She knew what she was doing. It was a trick a salesperson uses. Has you enter into a contract, then reveals the ugly details.
How does this make sense? To what end? She wanted math tutoring. That's what she wanted. In return, I don't know. You could have asked for money. You could say, hey, just so you know, like, my student loans aren't exactly the most forgiving. I hope you understand. You're probably in the same boat too, but we all got to make a living. Not asking, like, that much. 20 or something every once in a while. You know, just maybe just enough for groceries.
Experience, girls only talk to you if they want something in return. I believe this goes for everyone, alpha or beta.
Beta.
Let me get this straight. He agreed to tutor her with the anticipation a date would result? So he was helping her only because he expected something in return?
Yes.
Mr. Pot, you'll never meet Miss Kettle. Also, notice how he said she immediately started talking about her boyfriend.
Yes.
Willing to bet he was being a creep towards her, and she started bringing up her boyfriend to communicate that she wasn't interested in him. Absolutely.
Ooh, how about she didn't mention her boyfriend at all? He just found out after the fact, or briefly she just is like, oh, that was just my boyfriend. She just puts down her phone and continues on talking.
Absolutely this. The moment they sat down, he probably made it apparent where he was going. And because these fucktards have no self-awareness, he probably thought he was being smooth.
Yes.
She immediately picks up on it and lets him know how great she has it, even if she doesn't actually have any boyfriend. Also, he never tutored her again because she never asked. I know, right? It's like girls only ask you to tutor them because they want tutoring. It's like they'd sooner have the A than the D. What the fuck?
That's a good one.
Girls only talk to you when they want something in return. Dude then ironically, and without a shred of self-awareness, goes on to rant about how he only agreed to tutor her because he expected to get sex or a date out of it. Dude, my guy, buddy, pal, chum. The only shitty one in this equation is you.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm really out of material here, so I think that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about the posts or about my content in general, let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading them. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more of the same, and whatever else I get up to. Thanks also to my amazing patrons who help support me more directly over on Patreon. It's a huge help. I'll be back very soon with, I hope, at least one more video before the end of the month, so I'll see you soon. Have a great day, everyone, and if you don't come back, I'll guilt trip you into it.
Yeah, he's got some Lucas Werner shit, and the guy who the guy who sued Taylor Swift, he's been reading his book. Or tried to sue Taylor Swift. Like, it was completely dismissed out of court. He got angry because he thought that he was, Taylor Swift songs were about him. He's also like a constant goer to the Bunny Ranch there in Nevada. He's like a Mormon with a weird deformity. And he's like on the spectrum, and he just doesn't understand that. Yeah, no. Russell Greer, that's the name of the guy. I'm really tired, but I had a good stream tonight, guys. I wanted to zone out my skull unit before going to bed, because I was in a bit of a harumph mood. Like I said, I started the night after just finishing a conversation with someone where someone was really just... I don't know where that shit's coming from, man. Instead of following it up, I'm like, no, nah, don't need it. They don't need it either. But I'm gonna go now and grab a good couple of winks, perhaps 40, maybe more. When I'm up, I will do all my healthy stuff because the diet's back on now that we're after midnight. Also because all the food's gone. All the snacks and shit. I'll go and grab a healthy, hearty breakfast. Watch some stuff, catch up in the world events, do my workouts. At some point, probably 9 o'clock, I'll be playing over on Twitch. Shadow of Mordor. No, I'm actually switching Thursday and Friday around because I was going to play Final Fantasy, but I'm not doing Final Fantasy on an empty stomach. So it's Final Fantasy X tomorrow. We're getting back into it. Shadow of Mordor then is on Friday. This is all on Twitch, by the way. Saturday is Far Cry 3. And then Sunday is... There's no Bearded Ramblings. But there is... I will be back here to continue watching what we were watching earlier. And then I'll make up a new thing. The reason there's no Bearded Ramblings, by the way, is because Krendar's off to see his family. So he's not able to do much. This time next week, there will be a Glug Glug episode. And... I'll be joined by Mango Jones, unless something happens again. I'm not quite sure what time yet. I'll ask her closer to it. Probably like Monday or Tuesday. Probably also won't be streaming on Thursday, because I won't be here. Yeah. You all are fantastic, even those of you who did not say a thing and just lurked or saw after the fact retroactively. If you can... Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links down below for all the good stuff that is down below. Also, I've noticed YouTube is starting doing a weird thing to some creators, big and small, where they sometimes, for no particular reason, will just auto turn off comments. I don't know what that's for, what that about. I've seen other people do it, and I've actually seen that it happens to me once or twice now. I can't fix it. So, yeah, if go on the Discord and tell me if it's actually happened to you. You wanted to say something in comments. And anyway, let's procrastinate at this point. You all have yourselves a fantastic evening, and I will